Shit! I knew that was a Roman candle, too. Get this shit out of my face. Just fucking launch that shit anywhere. Anywhere but me. Get that shit out of here. I don't even fucking want to see it. I don't even want to fucking see it. Oh, crap. Well, I didn't want the... It doesn't matter how much health that I have now. How many power? Fuck me, I got 9 power missiles. Your ass is going down. Okay, son, your ass is just gonna be going down. I'm sorry, but it is. Piecemeal, you're done for. Yeah. Wow. Ha, I actually got him that time, though. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Wow, the effort. That really took a lot of effort. A lot of effort. Get over here. Get your ass over here. Don't you run from me. Don't you run from me, boy. Turn this way. Gyrate this way. Gyrate this way. Gyrate this way. Get it. How the fuck? Get some. There we go. I deserve that. Okay. Well, not the flaming fucking paper airplanes to the face. I didn't deserve that. I deserved the destruction that I caused. Boom. Kaboom. 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 Alright, is this Thumpy over here? Thumpy? Yep, there's Thumpy. You got the deadly wobs! I was just about to mention the deadly wobs! Ah! Matrixing the wobs left and right. That was legit. Complete wreckage. And I did not want that shit. Oh my god. I don't even know the combination to get a fucking mine to come down. It just always fucking does. It just kind of happened. Alright, so let's get some weapons here. Because I'm running low now. All I got are the power missiles really to do anything at this point. So I'll just go on the hunt for now. And there's still half of piecemeal to go after this, so I'm gonna want to watch that. Watch out for that. Rack of shoes, I can work with those. Aha! Haha! You missed, bitch. How about a little bit of imperviousness, boom bitch. And a little bit of boom bitch. Boom boom boom. Okay. How about a little bit more impervious? Oh, okay. Be like that. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, hello, and once again, good evening, YouTube. Welcome back. For the first time in a while, 3 weeks. 3 weeks, we're back. We back. To the NASCAR Heat 5, career mode, 100% length, on something something as Austin Terrio. Yay, we're back. Speaking of Austin Terrio, I do need to make a quick aside, but, oh god, where is it? There it is, Alright. Austin Terrio is only 700 votes back in the main house election. He could do it! He might do it! Austin Terrio doesn't lose. Everything he does, he wins. And he's so close. He is so close. This is like one of the only races that's not been called. I mean, we actually go out to the House, and there are several elections that haven't been called yet. But as far as I mean, that one's pretty close. How close is this? This one's also 700 votes. So we got another very close election in Iowa going on right now. But as far as yeah, in general, it is so close. Austin Terrio is so close to being elected to the U.S. House. I mean, could you imagine, maybe 20 years from now, we have Austin Terrio for president? That would be insanity. Anyway, hello, and once again, good evening, YouTube. Welcome back. Welcome back. I have a lot to talk about, but I'm going to wait for people to actually show up. So,
we'll just start by discussing how the season has gone in this, in which we have gotten 3 wins and are second in points by 2 points to Jonathan Soderthan. We're ahead of Brett, or ahead of Chastain, who's full-time in the Truck Series, which was it? No, it was 2019 that he was in Xfinity and then declared points for trucks. But the point is that we are headed to Cans of Ass next. So that'll be very entertaining, I'm sure. We've got Kansas, then we got Texas, and then we got Iowa. We could get to all 3 tonight, but it's probably only going to be 2, because that's usually how it goes. Hello, Brent. Good to see you. Speaking of elections, my man did not win his election. Very sad. Very sad. But it's okay. You gotta start somewhere. Not everyone can be Austin Terrio and win every single election that they're a part of, you know. Some people just cannot match the tenacity, and that's okay. All good things take time. Good things take time. Like, let's be honest. Okay. I haven't taken my pills yet, so we could go all night. But I have a Walmart order that I need to get tomorrow. So I should probably go to bed at a reasonable time. So, qualifying at Kansas. Let's do it. Let's do it! So Kansas is a track where, I mean, it's just like every other mile and a half. But like, IRL, the top line is where you want to be. So like, I mean, I don't know if that's the case in trucks. Probably the case in trucks, because it's the case in Xfinity and Cup, so I don't know. But like, the odds of that is properly translated into this game, not quite that high. But you never know. Crazier things have happened. Oh, something that I forgot to even mention here. I'm gonna turn off the screen just in case it tells me that I need to sign in. No, it didn't tell me to sign in. Awesome. Very cool. I just platinumed NASCAR Heat 2 a couple of days ago. I got that on the 5th. And I got back, I started playing this game again because I thought it would be an easy platinum to get. Because I got the online stuff back when that had online servers. But like, it took like a month. I don't remember what the first trophy that I got when I got back was like. Yeah, Race at Every Track was on the 19th of October. And we got a few trophies that day. 15th. Complete half the challenges. Yeah, I didn't even have any challenges done. But yeah, that's another platinum. I think that's my first NASCAR game platinum, actually. I don't think I've platinumed any other NASCAR game, which is interesting. That's a pizza time right there. That's not... Pizza time is on my old phone. Anyway, back to the game. Okay. At the line, the lap has started. We are qualifying at Kansas. Let's do the thing. Oh my goodness. Well, we're up the track. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but we are indeed up the track. See, qualifying in heat games is already hard enough as it is, but then I come into this like completely cold turkey. Like, I haven't played any games since getting that platinum. And now here we are, driving, vroom vroom. 15th is pretty good. 15th is pretty good, if I do say so myself. On the pole is Todd Gilliland. Sure. Sure. Anyway, yeah. 17 viewers, that's more than it's been lately. What's up, chat? How's everyone night going? We're going to Kansas. How's everyone's week been? My week has been better than normal, which is surprising. Jennifer Jo Cobb just doesn't look like them herself. Them herself? Are you telling me that Jennifer Jo Cobb is a they them now? In Trump's America? Can you believe people actually think that Trump is going to make being trans illegal? I find that to be quite a, I have quite the chortle from that. Well, there goes my teammate. Okay, 40 laps in stage 1. Alright, let's do the vrooming stuff. So, Kansas. We got 47 laps of fuel, so I don't have to worry about fuel in stage 1, but I'm assuming we're going to have to worry about tires, because that always happens. Oh, Angela Ruck! Oh! Oh, the bump and run from Angela Ruck pushes me up the track. Oh, that's going to be so many rival points with Nemechek. Well, but not enough to turn off his drafting feature, so that's good. Alright, well, I guess we're taking the top line. Don't forget about Johnny Sauter. I want to get out ahead of him, get more stage points than him, because I do want to get the regular season bonus. The regular season bonus. I want to get that because I don't have a lot of faith in myself in this game. Can you blame me? What? Because you wonder why, like, IRL people, like, turn up the retard factor during the chase. Well, when you're playing the game and you don't really think that you can do good in a race, like, you want to win, and if you win, you're advanced. It's like, shit, man. Shit, man, you could be 70 points up on the bubble going into a round and be like, I better win just to be safe. No, Sunday does not count as part of the good things that happened this week. That is not included. Not in the Venn diagram of good things that happened this week and Sunday and bad things that happened this week. Sunday is not in the middle part. So they denied the preliminary injunction for the lawsuit. I'm not going to pretend to know what that means. I was in when I was in college, I was looking for the easiest classes that I could take before I transferred so I could actually start doing my degree. But you had to have a certain number of credits, otherwise you wouldn't get scholarship money, which is very important when you have like $0 to your name, right? So I was just finding random classes that I could take just to, you know, stay above water there. And for one of the semesters, I did a video production class, which I literally was like the best in the class because I'd been doing video production for the past 3 years. Well, the next semester, I needed to find another bullshit class to take, so I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a random, like, government class on the judicial system because the textbook is cheap. The textbook was $5, so I was like, I'm gonna take this class. And like the first class that we had, like we met, and like we started talking about what was going on, and the lady that was teaching the class was like, so everyone here is like a political science major, right? And I was sitting there like, uh-oh. And she was like, okay, so we're gonna read the first chapter, 2 chapters of this book, which was like 50 pages, and we're gonna take some notes, and we're gonna discuss it in the next class. So be sure to read these 50 pages. And I was like, I sat down and read like the first 2 pages and was like, oh no, what the fuck am I doing? Because I thought just taking a sheerly random class would just be, and I thought, oh, I'd like to learn about the judicial system, that sounds fun. I love cop dramas. I love when they go to court in cop dramas. I would love to learn the ins and outs of this nonsense. And then I was like, oh no, this is not going to go well. So I dropped that class and took an art class instead. I took drawing 1. I was like, I want to draw pictures instead. So anyway, I don't actually know what's going on in court. I'm just gonna take whatever Bob Popras tweets out about it. Like, if he says, this is good for NASCAR, or this is good for Denny Hamlin, I'm gonna be like, oh, so it must be good for them. Anyway. All that being said, we got 20 viewers now. I do want to discuss some things. So, I know live streams are basically just me playing long-form content now. Well, I kind of hate NASCAR and etc. etc. I kind of want to do something different for streams. A couple of ideas that I had was Madden games and MLB The Show. The big idea that I had was playing a franchise mode in MLB The Show and playing every single game. Like trying to build up a franchise where I have complete control of absolutely everything, but the caveat is that I have to play every single game in full. I have to be the pitchers, I have to be the batters, or I could play on manager mode and just sit back and let the team do it. But like I'd have to sit there and watch every single 162 games. I would have to watch. I thought that'd be a fun live stream series. And another idea that I had, another crazy idea that I had was a Madden game, but I have to win a Super Bowl as all 32 teams. So like I'd start as one team, build that team up into a Super Bowl contender, win the Super Bowl, and then I'd have to switch to a different team. Probably the team that finishes lowest in the league, just for the fun of it. And then I'd have to build that team up, and then most likely I'd have to face off in the next Super Bowl against the team that I did in the previous season that I built up to be a Colossus. That's kind of the idea that I had there. Return of Thick Boy would be a fun one. That might be a nice little, like, easing into Madden content, because Thick Boy was a good time. Just randomly demanding myself to be traded to random teams. Why is Josh Rayum 11th? Why is Josh Rayum faster than me? Someone want to explain that? So those were my two big ideas for like other stuff, other long form content. Originally I was gonna stream me playing Fatal Frame 2 on Halloween, but a couple of reasons that didn't happen. Number one, the biggest reason being I'm still horrendously depressed and just have been taking it day by day for about 5 months now. So yeah, I was not in the mood to stream at all that week, the week of Halloween. And then the election happened, and I was in bed at like 7:30 that day, so yeah, a live reaction stream of me would have been mostly just me being very tired watching the election results come in very slowly. I mean, we did know the outcome of the election that day, so maybe come 2028, maybe we'll be back for a stream. Because maybe we'll actually know who the president is on the night of the election now. Maybe that was just a one-time thing. That'd be good. What if is indeed here? My man has had an absolute Joker arc this season. Hello? Oh, that's not anything. Well, actually, that is something. I just did get a notification that I care about, but unfortunately, I really can't participate in it. What If has done a total Joker arc this season. He started off this season so full of hope, you know, early on. Even though, like, we all have hated NASCAR for years now. But, like, he was like, I mean, it's true it's his last season. Maybe he'll get a win now. And then he was just tortured relentlessly for about 9 months. The poor man. The poor man. Like, I kind of wish that, like, I dressed up in full Joker makeup, but, like, the Joker thing is kind of played out now. But, like, someone should have done Joker. Like, if I didn't have a job where, like, I needed to be in the public all the time, I would have dyed my hair green and gone full face paint. That would have been fun. But instead I had to do the skit. I know everyone loves my NASCAR video skits. The NASCAR '07 review, the one Chase predictions video, or not Chase, but season predictions video. I think that was 2020. I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. You lost hope in 2024 in the last 2 weeks. I lost my hope in May. Oh god, hello? I'm slightly getting the wall and the cautions out. Sauter is pitting, but no one else is. Except for Mike Harmon and Clay Greenfield. You know what? I'm gonna stay out. Just to shake things up. Let's see if Sauter, Clay Greenfield, and Mike Harmon can pass me before the end of the stage. Ready to go green. I probably should have pitted, honestly, because we're probably not going to have... Well, no. If I aggressively save tires in this stage, maybe we'll have enough to make it to the end. Oh, I forgot to shift! Oh, I forgot to shift. That was a bit of an oversight on my part. I was playing on Heat 2 for so long, and I had automatic transmission turned on Heat 2. So, I might forget to shift in the stream occasionally. Fair warning. A fair warning on that one.
Still there. All right, you're clear.
Oh no, this means Sauter's probably going to win the stage, and he's going to get a bunch of points. And he's going to pull away from me. No, my regular season championship. How can this happen? Am I going to try the Salted Caramel Frosty? You will not catch me dead in a Wendy's or the drive-thru. So no, I will not, even though that sounds amazing. My mom... I guess I don't know how to tell the story. My sister has celiac disease, which is gluten is bad. So they found a bunch of amazing gluten-free foods, and one of them is a cookie dough that you can cook to make into cookies. I know, crazy, right? Wow. You cook cookie dough, and it turns into cookies. That is absurd. Wow. This is the groundbreaking information that you can find on the Kamikaze Game stream. But there's this salted caramel one of these gluten-free cookies. It's amazing. Like, they didn't really like it. My sister didn't really care for them. My mom was like, nah. But I was like, I fucking had one and I was like, God damn! God damn! These are better than regular cookies, like, damn. Yeah. It's the ideal hell. You know, I was watching a video about Dante's Inferno, and like the first layer of hell is just limbo, where it isn't existential torture, it's just general misery and hopelessness. And I sat back whilst listening to this analysis, and I was like, damn, that perfectly describes how I felt since May. And for a long time, I thought that I had actually died IRL and went to hell. And you know what? Maybe, if Dante's Inferno is correct, maybe I have. Maybe I am in just the first layer of hell. I feel like I would probably be a bit lower, being, you know, being as actively anti-theist as I was in high school. Like, I spoke much heresy. A lot of heresy. Back in the day. I still do, to be fair, but like, it was really bad back in high school. But like, it is very possible that I am in the first layer of hell. Fuck Wendy's, especially the one here. I feel like my hatred of Wendy's is justified. Everyone in the chat, no? Everyone in this chat know my reasons for hating Wendy's. Have I been over in the stream? Okay, let's discuss. Let's discuss the many reasons. The many reasons why Wendy's sucks. First of all, they sponsored Gregson, who is literally a rapist. And when he got canceled for liking a George Floyd meme, Wendy's dropped their sponsorship, but quietly. They didn't come out and be like, we want to apologize to the NASCAR community for supporting such a rampant bad person. No, they didn't do that. They just went to Trackhouse, which in a couple of ways is actually worse because it keeps Daniel Suarez's career alive. But ignoring all that, when my sister started working for Wendy's, it was right after she gave birth and needed to pump. They did not allow her time on the clock to pump. She had to clock out to pump. And they're already paying, what, $8 an hour? Like, they make that money back. In the amount of time, like, it takes 20 minutes to pump. I'm not a woman. I've never given birth, so I don't actually know how long it takes to pump. But I assume it can't take very long. But, like, it's a necessary thing to do when you're a new mother, right? And you're actually breastfeeding and whatnot. But, like, Wendy's doesn't care. You have to fucking clock out to do that shit. They'll make back the money that they would have given up for, allowing the new mother to actually do shit. Like, first of all, if fucking society wasn't as fucked up as it is, if the economy wasn't in the fucking toilet, maybe a fucking new mother wouldn't have to work a minimum wage fucking job. Anyway, that's a completely different rant. But yeah. And then, if that's not enough, another time, back when I was still working at the hotel, the maintenance guy, who, like, I've been on record as saying is, like, one of my favorite people on the planet, he went to Wendy's and got shitty burger. And, like, they had, the bacon that they put on it was so old and so dry that as he was eating this burger and he swallowed the fucking hard, crusty-ass bacon, it cut his throat open and he had to go to the emergency room. Alright? Alright? Fuck Wendy's. Garbage. Horrendous company with horrendous food that sponsors known racists and sexists. Well, racist and sexist singular. But, like, So, yeah, that's my story about that. That is indeed my story about that. Racist racer. Indeed. HendrickCars.com hasn't apologized for Larson or Carew. True. I would like to think that, like, HendrickCars.com, like, the actual website, would, like, have to make, like, a statement using, like, an AI voice synthesizer. Just be like, website, hereby apologize for supporting these drivers. I like that idea. That's my fan fiction. That HendrickCars.com isn't just Rick Hendrick sponsoring his own car. My fan fiction is that the website is actually sentient and, like, actively made the decision to sponsor Larson. Like, the website itself called up Larson in the off-season during 2020 and was like, hey, bud, you wanna make some crazy money? Yes, fuck Corey Day as well. Garbage bag. On Tom Gilliland, Johnny Sauter hasn't caught me yet, so it looks like It looks like tires don't matter. There were a lot of trucks on the lead lap. There were a lot of trucks on the lead lap, but Johnny Sauter didn't barnstorm the field like I expected him to. Maybe he's damaged. I mean, they repair the... Well... I think that when guys get, like, heavy damage, like, they can't magically repair their cars to max like I can. I think they're kind of stuck with damage for the rest of the race. I'm pretty sure that's how this works. But, like, that is surprising that even with new tires, Sauter wasn't able to just drive through the field. Anyway, we're leading, so that's good. I'm happy about that fact. Looking like another easy dub for Austin Terrio. Man eats dubs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And even saves a little room for dub dessert. Dubzert, if you will. Thoughts on Connor Jones? Do you have like a playlist? Can you make a playlist out of clips? You need to... I hope that there's a way to make playlists out of clips, because the Connor Jones evidence like folder feels like it needs to be spread far and wide. You're making a video of all exhibits. Good. Okay, let it be known that I just completely blew that corner because I read the chat the entire way down the backstretch and forgot that I was playing a video game for a second. So, if I lose the if I don't make, like, the final round by 1 point, this is the reason. That's the reason right there. ThorSport hired Jones to replace Crafton in the future. I feel like the man in the Menards family would probably have, like, you know, deep knowledge of such a thing. But at the same time, I'm like, why? Do they have no one else? Do they have absolutely no one else in the pipeline? Yeah. Compared to Jake Garcia, who was actually, like, half decent last season. And then this year has a worse season than Haley Deegan did in the 13. Like, what's that all about? I looked at it, like, back at, like, where was it? Milwaukee? No, it wasn't that far ago. It was, like, Talladega or something. That Jake Garcia has 2 top 10s on the season, and I believe I don't think it's a worse average finish, but a comparable average finish to Haley Deegan's final year in the 13. Like, that's interesting. What happened to fucking... they have, like, why would they, like, what happened to Luke Fenhouse? Every time the Fenhouse gets in the truck, he's fast in practice, below average in the race, but he always fights back to, like, a top 15 finish. Meanwhile, all Connor Jones can do is run 23rd every week and wreck Matt Mills and get fucking suspended for it. Like, Fenhouse drives good and brings it home clean every week. Connor Jones wrecks by himself and wrecks others and is overall a hazard and a danger on the fucking racetrack. Oh, but they're hiring him to replace Crafton, not Luke Fenhouse. Or what happened to Derek Griffith? Remember when Griffith ran a couple of races for the 66, I think? I think we all know what happened. I think we all know what happened. I believe we all know what happened. Yeah, thoughts on Eric Jones nuking his own career by re-signing with LMC? Yeah, great move, Eric. See, this is the reason why he only has 3 career wins. Really, this is the reason. Like, LMC is worse than Ware at this point. Like, can we just have a conversation about the fact that Rick Ware Racing is a more respectable organization than LMC? Like, how did that happen? How did Rick Ware Racing become a halfway respectable team with Justin Haley doing all right for them, and even Kaz Gralla with absolutely no support in the 15 car, putting together a good couple of runs here and there as well? Then LaJoy gets in the car, and, you know, he's Corey LaJoy. But, like, he's still running better than the 42 and 43 week in and week out. Like, Cody Ware has a better average finish this year than Johnson. I mean, that's not really saying a whole lot. Like, this is post-IndyCar Jimmy Johnson we're talking about. Like, Jimmy Johnson has somehow managed to do, like, I don't know, like an inverse Michael McDowell, where like he started off his career spending like 15 years as an absolutely unstoppable force of nature, and then every year since has been relegated to like an absolute clown joke. Meanwhile, Michael McDowell spent the first 15 years of his NASCAR career as a clown joke. And now, he's actually managed to turn something respectable out of it. He's got 6 poles this season. Michael McDowell had 0 poles before 2024, and now he has 6. Ryan Newman died in 2023. His career died. Michael McDowell, born 2020, career born 2024. Welcome back, Ryan Newman. I don't know. If I had more than like 2 seconds to come up with that meme, I would have done a much better job of it. But like let's be honest. Let's be honest. The new Rocket Man. And you know, the funny thing is that in 2015, when Furniture Row Racing announced that it was going to get into a mechanical technical alliance with Gibbs and move away from RCR, I thought that was a terrible move at the time, because Gibbs was coming off of 2014, which was like one of the organization's worst seasons, and Truex was like doing great with this RCR alliance in 2015, and then I was sitting there like, Gibbs isn't even as good as the 78 has been this year. Why would they go to Gibbs? And then Gibbs went on like the most dominant streak in like modern NASCAR history from 2016 to 2019. And I sat back like, oh, that's why. Well, I thought the exact same thing when McDowell was announced to go to the Spire 71. I was like, bro, Front Row Motorsports is finally going to turn into a respectable organization after like 20 years existing in NASCAR. And you're gonna go over to fucking Spire in the 3rd car that they slapped together because Zane Smith brought some money? That has been just a joke of an organization all season, and then like for the majority of the chase, like Spire had a car in the top 10 in like every race, and like had all 3 cars. Oh dear! Todd Gilliland in the wall! Stopped on the track, hitting the wall again. The caution is still not out, by the way. Yeah, if y'all remember back at Watkins Glen, Spire had like all 3 cars in the top 10 on pace. Wow. What a fucking series of events that was. I'm not gonna pit again. Jesus. Yeah. But like Spire is now a halfway respectable organization. And like Rodney Childers is going there. And like, I don't think they're gonna give Rodney Childers to McDowell, but like, could you imagine if they did? Anyway, yeah. Anyway, all that being said, caution's out. Yeah, and then to add on to that, Front Row Motorsports might not even exist next season because of the charter situation. So yeah, basically. Because of the lawsuit, they might not even race. So like, Michael McDowell is coming out of this like even better than Truex. Anyway, I haven't read the chat lately. What's going on? Did I watch every Truex win video? I stopped at the end of 2017 because it only got, like, even though like Truex like tripled his career win total after 2017, I was like, I know how the story goes, and I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, they're giving Justin Haley Rodney Childers, I guess. Which is fine. And Haley's low-key good, and Rodney Childers is probably still one of the best crew chiefs in the garage. So, like, you know, it'll work out for him. I would much rather them give him the McDowell, but, you know. I think McDowell is taking the same crew chief that he had this year, though, so, you know, that's acceptable. It was either this year's crew chief or last year's crew chief, and either way, that's good. That's very good. Very good thing. Am I happy that Allgaier finally won the Xfinity Championship? Did you watch the video I uploaded earlier today? The reason why I posted that as early as I did is so people could watch that before the stream. Is GMS still involved in LMC? Do they still have a stake? I thought that was over. And like GMS was like, whatever was left of GMS was fielding the 23 car in ARCA. Like, every once in a while. Yeah. Truex has 34 career wins and only one of them was a fluke. Very cool. Very cool stuff. I didn't even know that he won the Winston Open in 2007. Did I really just call it the Winston Open? I remember the 2015 Sprint Open was what it was back then. And Truex didn't win that either. I don't even remember who did. Wasn't it Biffle? Wasn't it Biffle that won the 2015 Nextel Open? I'm kind of hoping that they change Briscoe's number to 18 instead of having 19 because A, 19 was never Gibbs' number, and B, that would prove to me that Joe Gibbs sees like Briscoe as the future of the organization if they give him the big boy number. Because Bell has 20, which is, you know, the other big boy number for the organization. And like Bell's probably there till his career is over. But like, you know, 18 is also a number. Maury Gallagher is still a co-owner of LMS. Oh, okay. You're so excited for the iRacing game? What is going on, dude? This is just caution city. Clay Greenfield has pit every single caution. Man's gonna run out of tires. Yeah, the iRacing game is hopefully gonna be good. I didn't see anyone mention that, like, the only time that there was that, you know, the dev diary video where it showed, like, you know, game footage. The only time that they flashed up the alpha text that was like, okay, this is footage from the game. The only time they flashed that up was during that, like, garage sequence where, like, they're sitting in the garage and the guy has a clipboard and whatever. They didn't actually flash up that text when the cars were going around Daytona. I'm pretty sure that footage is from iRacing and not the NASCAR game. Like, I know, like, that's kind of conspiratorial in a way, but, like, reading the context clues, I'm pretty sure the only game footage that they actually showed in that was the garage menu thing. So, like, you know. I was right, Biffle won the Sprint Open. How do I remember that? How do I remember that? Oh, here comes Gilliland here to steal a stage away from me. This
How
was
much
solid
does it
in the last stage with
cost?
extra caution. Oh, we got a
Tails.
member message.
Thank you for becoming a member.
Thank you, Yoshi, for being a member for 24 months. 2 years. You got the legacy. Speaking of legacy, you got the legacy logo as your member avatar.
much does it
token
Coast
thing.
membership.
And
Cost.
Braden has been a member for 20 months.
Tails.
Closing in on the magic
Thank
number.
you for becoming a member. Sucked me
Thank you for
really
being
hard.
members, even though I never
What the fuck?
upload. And I haven't streamed in over a month. Or over half a month. Thank you. And I want to thank you for giving me the best day of my life. I was going to do a cover of that. I actually have the drum beat made for it in FL Studio, and I was going to do that. That was going to be my Truex tribute thing for the end of this season, but I never got around to it because I'm fucking depressed. And I've been too busy watching Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, which exists, by the way. I watched that, and what else did I watch? I watched something else. Oh, the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and by new I mean the one that came out 2 years ago. Which is apparently a direct sequel to the original 1978 movie. And it's stupid. I know you didn't need me to tell you that it was stupid, to know that it was stupid, but it's stupid. I'm not doing predictions results. I hate NASCAR. The only video that I want to do that's NASCAR related from here on is me making the video that spits on the grave of NASCAR when it finally shuts down. Which is hopefully next year, so my prediction is correct. I will probably do a chase grid prediction video though, because like that's the only time that I have any fun with NASCAR is the chase grid predictions video. Just because I like, just because it gives me the opportunity to riff for an hour and a half. It's fun. It's fun! Yeah, they're probably going to use a lot of iRacing assets. But like, you know what? Fair play. They've had iRacing for like 20 years now. Like, fair play. If you've got the code, may as well transfer it, may as well convert it. Why not? You've already got it. You've already been licensed to be a NASCAR game thing for how fucking long? 15 years now or whatever. Truex is not winning the Daytona 500. Like, if anything, he's gonna like blow an engine on lap 5. If he even gets to the race, because don't forget, 23XI might not even exist. Have I seen Unhinged? I have not seen Unhinged. It stars Russell Crowe. Well, that right there, that tells me it's some quality content. People saying they don't want the game to have Truckster Xfinity was wild for a couple of months. It makes sense. Like, when a new developer jumps in, like having to have them develop all this extra tertiary content, like it's just gonna money down the core gameplay. Like, it's understandable why people would want them to focus on one car, make it good to drive, and have fun. And then, in the future, add additional cars. But like, in the case of iRacing getting the license, they've been having all these cars and all these series for 15 years. I feel like they are perfectly capable of making a functioning game with multiple series in their first outing. Plus, they've had 2 years to develop the game, which is longer than everyone else got. Yeah. See, that's the interesting thing, is that NASCAR's wanted to reduce the charters for like a few years now, and like they've written it into like the charter agreements, is that they wanted to reduce the number of charters. But like, that would be a pretty quick way of doing it, is to just force a couple of teams out of existence. And you know what? I wouldn't even be opposed to it. You know what? I'm honestly, in the sense of Front Row Motorsports and 23XI shutting down because of NASCAR's bullshit, I'm actually kind of on NASCAR's side, because that would mean that Gregson and Reddick would be out of a job for next year. So, you know. You know, I've looked gift horses in the mouth multiple times. There has been a lot of gift horse mouth inspection over the course of my life. And in this situation, I feel like the cards have been dealt favorably for me for like the first time in a very long time. Like, either NASCAR wins and Reddick and Gregson are out of a job, or Denny Hamlin wins and NASCAR like has to restructure itself to be more in favor of the teams, and making money becomes less of a problem. This is a win-win situation. Hey! Game and Collie with the 5. Thank you for the 5. There we go. And the goal has been met as a result. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, apparently there's now super chat goals at the top of the chat now. My watch is going off and it wants me to stand up. I am not gonna stand up. Shut the fuck up, watch. Yeah, apparently there's super chat goals in the chat now, which is interesting. Oh my goodness, that was a 5, and not only was this a 5, but that is the 5th super chat by Game and Collie. Oh my goodness, the numerology. Thank you for the 5. Thoughts on Allgaier choking and coming in clutch at the same race? Yeah, it really must be said, that was the most Justin Allgaier way to win a championship. Because not only did he have multiple penalties in the race, not only did he wreck in practice, not only did he lose the race in a last lap, last corner pass, but despite all of that, he still won the championship. Like, that really just has to say everything about this chase format, is that you can completely throw away a race win multiple times, like 4 times in the same race. You can actively say, I do not want to win 4 times, 4+ times, and you can still win the championship because this format is shit. Anyway, time for the long green flag, or long stage part of the race. We're not even halfway. Well, actually, no, we just hit halfway this time by on the backstretch. But yeah, this is a long final stage. Damn. The 5 consolation. Yes. Why is it that he wins when I don't watch it happen? I don't know. He swept Richmond in 2020 when I didn't watch either race. I didn't watch either of those races, and he swept. You know what? This really is just the universe telling me to stop watching. Because fucking Allgaier wins the championship when I don't watch. Oh, but the second that I turn on fucking the cup race on Sunday, oh, would you look at that? It's Logano in the lead. What a shot. Yeah, and Chandler Smith is unemployed. Meme Professor wants to hug me. I haven't been hugged in a long time. The last time that I got hugged, it was by the guy that cheated on me. So, you know. You know. Kind of would like to, be hugged by someone that actually... Hello?
Cool.
I don't know what that
Trump should
currency
drain the
is, but
NASCAR
thank you
swamp.
for the 19 SAR. The 1999 SAR. Is that Saudi Arabian rubles? I don't know. Thank you for whatever currency that is. Trump should drain the NASCAR swamp, yes. Trump should appoint Austin Terrio to a cabinet position. There we go. Very true. Very true. Thank you for the 1999 whatever currency that is. Saudi Rials. I was close. I got the correct country, but I had no idea what the currency was called. You know what? Out of that acronym, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I listened to the Meatloaf Bad Outta Hell album in full for the first time yesterday. Or no, that was Sunday actually. That was Sunday after Allgaier won the championship. That was a fun time. Hey, Tails GTR is here too. Fantastic. I'm sorry that I didn't watch that video that you made for me for like 2 months, but YouTube never notified me. I had to go into my mentions tab because Toxic has been making a bunch of shorts because he played Fallout New Vegas with like a shit ton of mods. And I watched him play the game. And he made a shit ton of shorts out of it. And he told me that he kept tagging me in them, and I was like, oh, YouTube never told me. So I looked at my mentions tab on YouTube Creator Studio, and then I saw a fucking video from 2 months ago, and I'm like, what is this? What is this? This is content. This is content. Why has YouTube not told me about this? Everything going well with my current job? Yes, I am very happy with my job. I am not enjoying it while I'm doing it, but like, you know, that's every job. But when I get home and like I take a shower and I have a cookie and I sit back and watch YouTube videos, I sit back like, damn. And whenever I check my bank account, I'm happy that I have this job. Tell you that much. Thoughts on Meteora? Meteora's good. I listened to it in full on Thursday, actually. I think that was actually 2 weeks ago. But the point is, I enjoyed Meteora. I think there was one song that I was kind of like, what? But like everything else was very good. I'd give that album a solid 9.5 out of 10. I listened to Hybrid Theory all the way through recently as well. And I think I actually like Meteora more than Hybrid Theory. Have I ever heard of the song Still Loving You by Scorpions? Probably. I've probably heard it before. I haven't dived into Scorpions' discography. Maybe that's something I should do next. I have not listened to 1,000 Suns in full yet. You made meatloaf for the first time on Saturday. I've never enjoyed eating meatloaf. When my mom said that she was going to make meatloaf, I was always like, why? It's not even good. It tastes like crap. Like, my mom is a very good cook. Like, I'm not even just saying that because she's my mom. Like, she's gotten really good over the years. But like, whenever she made meatloaf, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? We could have tacos. We could have spaghetti. We could have a spaghetti. We could have burgers. We could have just about anything else under the sun. And instead, you make meatloaf. Like, I have never wanted to have been aborted more than this exact moment. Scorpions put an album out last year? Haven't they been making music since the 60s? Good lord. Or are they like Judas Priest and just have like a bunch of different members? Like Judas Priest, basically like the Harlem Globetrotters of metal. Where they just like replace people whenever they get too old or not good enough, you know? Pretty soon Rob Halford's gonna be replaced. And it's just gonna be like... Yeah, Judas Priest also released an album this year. It was not as good as whatever the last one was called. Fire something, right? Firepower. Oh my god, how did I forget that? How did I forget that? That's like my 5th favorite Judas Priest album. I forgot the name. Maybe I'm already going senile. Rob's voice has gotten, in my opinion, better. Like when he was young, like in the 70s, it was silky smooth, clean. Like not at all fitting for the music that they were performing, right? And then as the 80s go on, it gets a bit raspier, and like you can tell, like this is prime Rob Halford vocals. And then like when they reunited back in like 2005 and ever since, like it hasn't been that great, but like live like on that, like in the studio releases, but like live performances, like Rob Halford is like, he was like 10 years ago, like in the prime of his like on stage live vocal delivery. Like it was a perfect combination of like grizzled, like he could still hit some notes, but like his screams were like guttural. Like he actually sounded like, you know, he sounded like, you know, a modern metal vocalist with his screams. Like, I don't know, dude. I'm sorry. Stained Class is great. I didn't hear Stained Class until like 2020. And like, I started listening to it, and like, the first song on the album, I don't remember what it's called because I haven't listened to it for a while. But like, I sat back and was like, wow, this is like one of the best songs by Judas Priest ever. Why have I never listened to this? Will there be a driver boycott because of the bad format? No. See, okay. I did not bring this up in the video because I talked about a lot of things in the video. In fact, I kind of thought about cutting out the entire Justin Allgaier retrospective thing because of how long it was. Like, I thought about just cutting it down so that it was just the conversation about the chase. Like, that still would have been like a 25-minute long video. But like, I kept the Allgaier part in because I didn't know how else, you know, to deliver it. But a conversation about the chase that I want to have and why it will not change. And like, there was a tweet by someone today, like Adam Stern, I think, that said like, there might be changes to the chase next year, but don't expect a big overhaul until 2026. And I feel like that tweet helps this argument that I've never given until now. The reason that I believe the chase has never changed from what it is now, and probably will not change unless it is overhauled in 2026, is because of contracts. I believe that NASCAR, between teams and tracks, have language in their contracts written in that require the chase to exist. So like, NASCAR teams will sign drivers with like contract expectations to make the chase, or like sponsors will sign contracts with, you know, teams and drivers that they expect to make the chase, otherwise they will not pay like a bonus. They'll pay a bonus out if they make the chase. And if NASCAR were to get rid of the chase tomorrow, well, all those contracts would, you know, have giant, you know, gaping holes in them. And I feel like NASCAR has same agreements with the tracks. So like, Phoenix has it written into their contract agreement to be licensed with NASCAR, is that they have to have the final race. And like other tracks, like Watkins Glen, like maybe got bonus money for being in the chase this year. And like Kansas has it written in their contract with NASCAR that they have to be in the chase at least once. I'm pretty sure that because of legal bindings, that's the reason that the chase still exists. And the reason why they want to make changes to the format instead of getting rid of it or going back to an old format. They want to make additions to the format, not scrap it. I feel like that's probably the reason. TV contracts as well. See, you're right. Like, NBC probably had it written in their contract that, well, we don't get the Daytona 500, but we do get to broadcast the entire chase. See, you're right. See? I feel like my theory is, it probably has some ground. Like, maybe not everything is connected to the chase, not every single contract in the world, you know, TV, tracks, drivers. There may be a mixture of all of them, or maybe none of them are correct. But I feel like there is a very good chance that I'm onto something. Talladega as a final race? I mean, why not, honestly? You see, the thing about, okay, I know I've mentioned this before, but like, at one point, I thought about liking Riley Herbst, unironically, in a Michael Annett vein. Michael Annett vein. Just that everyone hates him. And sure, he's a pay driver, and sure, he's mid as fuck. But at least his paint schemes are nice. And everyone I'm a fan of people, like, you see, the thing is that I hate a lot of things, but like, a lot of people hate me. And when I see someone getting dogpiled on, I kind of empathize with the person being dogpiled on, because I've experienced it many times, like even before I got on the internet. Like, middle school was not good to me. Middle school was a very bad time to be kamikaze game. But besides that, I thought about unironically liking Riley Herbst, but like, he's such a douchebag. I don't remember who it was that said that on that one K&N West race or East race or whatever the fuck race. But like, one of the like teenage broadcasters said, "What a douchebag," referring to Riley Herbst. She was right. Like, that was like picture perfect implementation of the "he's out of line but he's right" meme. Like, she was 100% correct about that sentiment. Like, I physically could not, like, even ironically, like Riley Herbst. Like, he's such an obnoxious prick. So unlikable. Like, every time that he wins, he acts like he's some incredibly hot shit. Like, Brandon Jones fucking sucks. He is awful. And I fucking hate Brandon Jones. I despise Brandon Jones almost as much as I despise Noah Gragson. And Noah Gregson's like actually a reprehensible piece of shit IRL. Brandon Jones might just be a perfectly fine person like IRL. But I fucking hate his guts. And wish for his downfall every step of the way. But the one thing that I will give him is that he at least acknowledges the fact that he's mid. When he backs into wins, well, it hasn't happened for a while, but when he did back into wins, he never sat in the fucking media center acting like hot shit going, why does this win not count, huh? He was always like, yeah, we had a good race. Yeah, we had a good race. Like, that is the one thing. I fucking despise Brandon Jones with all my heart, but I will at least grant him that. He's not an obnoxious prick. He's got that going for him. Riley Herbst, on the other hand, is insufferable. Do I hate any Indy or F1 guys? I can't stand Lewis Hamilton because he's fake. He talks all sort of shit about equality and emissions. Meanwhile, he happily races in Saudi Arabia and like flies on a private jet and has like 5 yachts. He's just completely fake. Who else? I can't stand Charles Leclerc because his fangirls are awful. I used to like Charles Leclerc. But then he started being Max Verstappen's only competition, and I was like, damn, I would much rather Max win. I don't really hate anyone else in F1. Yeah, I'm pretty much fine with everyone else in F1. IndyCar, anyone that drives for Penske is a bitch. Do I hate anyone that isn't on Penske? I'm thinking really hard. I think I like everyone else in IndyCar. What did Scott McLaughlin do to me? How many times did he ruin Romain Grosjean for no reason? St. Pete fucks him up for absolutely no reason. Fuck him for that. Absolutely fuck him for that. And also, he's having the career that Robert Wickens should have had if he didn't get fucking nearly killed at Pocono. So that doesn't help. Even though he had absolutely nothing to do with that. That's the Reddick argument, by the way. That is the Austin Terrio Reddick argument, by the way. But, like, it doesn't apply because Scott McLaughlin did wreck Robert Wickens, nearly killing him. So, like, it doesn't apply. So, like, that is 100%, like, petty and, like, illogical, but, like, it still applies because, I don't know, I'm a little retarded. Oh, Canapino. Yeah, that's true. But, like, he's not racing anymore, right? I don't think that counts. I don't think he counts anymore. Leclerc has always had fangirls. I used to be one. When he beat Hamilton at Monza for his first career win, I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. That was like my favorite race of that entire season, was him beating Hamilton at Monza in a Ferrari. Like, I can't stand Ferrari, but like, you can't hate Carlos Sainz. I've always liked Carlos Sainz. And him winning a bunch has been awesome. And he's going to fucking Williams. So that's fucked up. And Hamilton's going to Ferrari. So basically, like, the only two people I don't like in F1 are going to be on the same team. Like, come on. Come on. The universe is, it's like the universe is speaking directly to me. Like, give me a break. That was his second win? Ah, shit. What was his first win? Why are we, by the way, where's the caution? Oh my goodness gracious, we're still trying to not die. Alright, well, I guess I'm second now. I was gonna say, we're 7.5 seconds behind the leader and I'm back in fifth. I might not win this race. Well, so much for that. We might win this race. Spa was his first win. I don't remember that. Lando. I definitely like Piastri more than I like Lando. And I haven't, admittedly, watched a lot of the races this year because the races are happening while I'm working. Actually, during Brazil, I actually did get to have my phone out and actually watch it a little bit because I was so far ahead that one day. I actually had my phone out and was watching, but anyway. Yeah. Spa was his first win. Oh, yeah. I guess that was also pretty storybook, wasn't it? Interesting. Very weird career that Leclerc had. Lowe is due for an Indy 500 win. I mean, I would have preferred he'd done that this year. That would have really, like, lessened the impact of the Indy 500 weekend for me. But, you know, we can't always get what we want, can we? That would have made it hurt a lot less. Well, I mean, maybe not. Well, you know what? On a scale from like 1 to 100,000, if 100,000 is the most pain, and I'm like sitting at a 999,999, if Palou won that race, we might have gone down to an 800,000 on the pain scale. Very possible. Very, very possible indeed. Sam Mayer's stuck in Xfinity forever. That's fine. He can stay there. He really didn't display a need to move up to Cup this season. Much more so compared to last year. This year he was kind of like acting like a loose cannon. So perhaps his calling is Xfinity. But isn't he like 23? Like, come on. Give him some time. I should buy another Tails plush because the one I have is wearing out? No! No, that's the original Tails! Well, actually, the original Tails is sitting in my car, but, like, that's the second original Tails. I'm not replacing the Tails that I've had for over 10 years. It's longer than that.
You're gonna give me 5! Your latest video is top-notch contest. Kamikaze,
Hey,
I
Tristan
hope
with
that
the
you have a great
5.
rest of the
Thank you
year,
for the
and
5.
2025,
It is
you deserve it.
appreciated. I appreciate the sentiment for that. I was reading it silently while it was playing on my phone because I thought that it was still playing on the stream. So sorry for that long silence, but yes, thank you for. I highly doubt it's gonna get any better anytime soon, but you know, it could happen. Crazier things have indeed happened. Hell yeah, Spider-Man. Spider-Man was my shit when I was like 6. I was Spider-Man in 3rd grade for Halloween. No, that was 2nd grade. Because I was a ghost in 3rd grade. I appreciate the fact that I can remember that, but like I couldn't remember the title of this playthrough at the start of the stream. Truck champion Ty Majeski, yes indeed. I'm coming around to it. Because it is kind of funny that Christian Eckes' hubris at Martinsville resulted in Ty Majeski winning the truck championship. That's another bullet in favor of NASCAR getting rid of the chase, by the way, is that something that didn't even involve the driver. Like being the difference between him winning the championship and not winning the championship. You know, that's another reason why the Final Four format is really fucking stupid. It should not come down to Christian Eckes bumping running Taylor Gray for Ty Majeski to win a championship. That should not have anything to do with Ty Majeski winning a championship. Ty Majeski doing good over the course of a season should be the reason why he wins the championship. Not because Christian Eckes bump and ran Taylor Gray. That's just my opinion, though. I know. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm fully aware that I'm a fucking idiot. But I feel like I have a point here. Anyway, I almost forgot that we needed to pit in this race. So I think we're going to pit this time. Gilliland has not pit yet. And we will hopefully jump him on the pit line. 4 tires. I'm going to take a wee bit of wedge out. Indeed, I played the Spider-Man game. Spider-Man 2 game is better. Did I wear the Sam Raimi Spider-Man suit? Yes. Because it was 2004. 2004. It was 2004. Yeah. And apparently getting 5 is not enough for the Super Chat goal. Oh, the timer ended. That's why we didn't get it in time. I didn't know there was a timer. Almirola full-time next year in Xfinity. Gibbs isn't going to have enough cars for all these guys that want to be full-time. The ideal Gibbs lineup next year would be Chandler, Ryan Truex. Oh, okay, back up on the track. Chandler, Ryan Truex, and Taylor Gray. That's the ideal full-time lineup for Gibbs next year. I think there's a chance that Ryan Truex might go full-time with Sam Hunt Racing, which I would hope would get a Gibbs alliance if Martin could find enough sponsorship. Maybe not next year, but maybe the year after that, because Truex is going to run Xfinity races next year. If he doesn't run Cup, he probably will run some Xfinity races, regardless of if 23XI exists or not. But like, the reason that he's running Xfinity is to get sponsors for Ryan. So he's definitely going to be doing that next year. But maybe he gets enough that Sam Hunt Racing and maybe like Martin could be like, hey yo, Joe, could you like help a brother out? What are my expectations for Briscoe? How many wins do I think he gets? None. Because James Small can't build a race win. Because James Small cannot call a race winning strategy. He will take a race winning car and turn it into an 18th place run. James Small sucks. Chase Briscoe is only so good. There's no dirt races now in Cup. The only place that I can see Chase Briscoe maybe carrying the organization or the 19 car into a win, maybe Darlington, like he did this year. Or a road course. But like anywhere else, like Briscoe's gonna have a fine season. He's gonna make the chase. Obviously, in a Gibbs car. Like that's not exactly a shock, but like Chase Briscoe is not as good as Martin Truex Jr. Like they're pretty comparable. Especially now that Truex is old. But like he was still at the top of his game earlier this season. He should have won Richmond. He should have swept Kansas. He should have swept Richmond and Kansas. And he should have won Sonoma as well. But yeah, I don't know, dude. If Larson didn't run the Indy 500, he would have gotten at least 1 point, which would have given the regular season championship an additional 5 points. I don't think that would have made a difference. It would not have made a difference as far as any round is concerned. But yeah, just gonna point that out there. Yeah, Jones can stay at Junior Motorsports and do fuck all for several more seasons. That would be awesome. That would be very cool. I never looked at it, but I was going to look at Racing Reference and see. I just wanted to compare his and Michael Annette's stats. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to do. Yeah, Chase Briscoe is still going to be my favorite driver next year. Like, that hasn't changed. Well, I mean, as far as, like, someone who doesn't even plan on watching any Cup races next season. Briscoe wins in New Hampshire. Maybe. Yeah. Well, I mean, he has to go through Bell. Which is interesting. Briscoe and Bell were always good friends back in the development days. Christopher Bell's the reason that Briscoe even got signed with Ford to begin with. I don't think I'm going to win this race. That's a shame. Do I prefer Ryan Blaney with or without facial hair? I no longer prefer Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney is like no longer even in the top fucking 10 of my favorite drivers anymore. So, an idea that I had was Chandler Smith getting picked up by the 19 truck. Because I feel like if Napa still stays with that team, which they should, because Bill McAnally has had them as a sponsor for like 3 decades, Chandler would only need to bring Smith Construction in for the second, half of the season, really. He might not even need them at all. Because like the 19 has so many, because Bill McAnally has so many sponsors at the ready. I feel like there's a good chance that he ends up in the 19 truck. I would much rather him stay in Xfinity. Someone said like the rumor was that he was going to run some races in the RCR 33 Cup car, and I just sit back like, what? Oh yeah, Chandler's just going to jump into a Cup car for a couple of races next season, and a car that's had like a best finish of like 20th in like the last 5 years. Yes, brilliant, fantastic. That'll keep his career alive. I would rather him stay in Xfinity and not go back to trucks. But like, I think the 19 is a genuinely possible place that he ends up. Thoughts on Frankie Muniz going full-time in trucks? I think that Frankie Muniz is about on the same level of driving ability as Jesse Iwuji. He should not be racing. Blaney used to be my second favorite driver. And you know what? Kyle Larson used to be my second favorite driver. Adam Peel being a member for 33 months. Goodness gracious. Thank you for being a member.
Thank you for becoming a member. Sucked me really hard. What the fuck?
I appreciate you. Thank you for being a member. Crafton should just retire. I would rather Matt Crafton keep racing until he dies. He should be a mainstay in the truck series like Herschel McGriff was in the West series. He should just keep racing. I think it's funny, personally, that Matt Crafton just exists. Like, he could be like one of those guys that, forgets to retire like an auto sim and just randomly wins a race at age 70. I like that idea. What do I think about Replica by Fear Factory? It's not my favorite song off Demanufacture, but it is up there. You know what's funny? Is that there is a music video for that song in Test Drive 5. That's amazing. I prefer Obsolete, honestly, in its entirety to Demanufacture. But Demanufacture is still good. Can't... You know what? Oh my goodness, dude. When I was in high school, when I was in senior year of high school, we were reading through Frankenstein. The actual book, right? And like, I'm reading Frankenstein, and like, I got my iPod in, and Replica comes on, and I'm like, holy shit. This song kind of like, is about Frankenstein. I am a duplication innocently. I was conceived so violently. There was no love. There was only hatred. Like, that basically is just the, like, first half of the Book of Frankenstein. Crazy. Anyway. Do I think Sawalich does anything in Xfinity next year? I don't, personally. He is going to have a very Matt Tifft-like career in NASCAR. A Taylor Swift enjoyer. Edge Crusher is great. Okay, the first half of Obsolete is so good. It starts with Shock, which is just a great opening track in general. It just firmly establishes the sound that Fear Factory had back in the late 90s. It's just so good. Like, I feel like it builds off of Demanufacture in such a good way. Demanufacture is a very raw album, and Obsolete is a lot more produced. But I feel like the electronic elements sound better when they're more produced. I feel like that's just I feel like that should be obvious. But like, anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that Shock is a great opener. Edge Crusher is catchy as fuck, but like the next song is actually my favorite on the entire album. Smasher Devour. It's kind of like a club dance song, but industrial metal. It's an industrial club dance hit. Like, it's weird. It's very weird. I love Fear Factory. They're fantastic. Such a great group. And the drama that went on behind the scenes in the group, even better. Just the fucking, like, Spanish soap opera of metal is Fear Factory. Britney Spears album reviews. You know what? I was actually going to review. I was thinking of doing a discography retrospective on Justin Bieber after the Taylor Swift video. But, like, that video didn't get any views. So I was like, do I really want to put myself through that for, like, no views? No, I don't. Zillich being full-time in Xfinity next year is unfortunate because it means that Allgaier is probably not going to go on a career run after winning the championship. He's probably still just going to win 2 or 3 fucking races and make the Final Four and not win the championship because of Zillich. I agree that Zillich is a generational talent. I was like 2 when Britney Spears' debut album came out. Hit Me Baby Mom one more time, man. Britney Spears got a lot of play in my mom's car back then. If you ever want a microcosm of my childhood music,
KG, you
listen
have
to
a
the
favorite
original
death
Now
metal
Number
band?
One's album from whatever it was, 2004-ish. Do I have a favorite death metal band? Thank you for the $1.99 Tails GTR. Favorite death metal band? I mean, that's difficult to say because a lot of people have different definitions of death metal. But interestingly, I would say my favorite group that plays death metal is Death. Like, if you want, like, the pure definition of death metal, but if you want, like, modern death metal, probably All That Remains. It's hard to say. Thoughts on Taylor Gray going full-time in Xfinity next year? Oh, caution's out. We can win this race. We can win this race. I'm not going to pit to make it interesting, but we can maybe win this race. Oh, baby. Late caution. 10-lap shootout to decide this. Deicide is pretty good. That's a good pick. Yeah, I thought Taylor Gray would have a win by now. But you see, the thing is that Taylor Gray got dumped by John Hunter Nemechek so he wouldn't win IRP. And then Christian Eckes moves the shit out of him at Martinsville. Something tells me that the garage is not a fan of Taylor Gray. See, I enjoy deathcore more than I enjoy death metal itself because you can kind of sing along to it. I am very much a Whitechapel enjoyer. I enjoyed them a lot more before the incident. You know, the funny thing is that in August of last year when I went to Indy, I showed my ex the song Hickory Creek by Whitechapel. And in 3 months, that became his most listened to song on Spotify Wrapped in 2023. I find it very difficult to listen to that song now. Really must say. Really must say. Oh no! Oh dear! Oh, Todd's wrecking! I just blocked him! I blocked him! I thought that was clean! Oh no, Todd! I tried to block him. Man. What the hell, dude? Todd, what was that all about? Oh, Zane Smith is second now. My rival's behind me now. He is... I feel like if I try to do the same thing to Zane Smith, it is not going to end well for me. Alright, well... Anyway... So, yeah. No, this is not a Mickey win. He could have backed out. He didn't have to drive all the way into that corner. I was coming down the block. Oh. Some songs make you feel depressed even if the song itself is happy. I feel that way with Take Me Home by Phil Collins. By the way, Colors off of the But Seriously album, probably the most underrated Phil Collins song of all time. Oh no, David Gilliland's gonna come beat my ass. Oh my god! David Gilliland is my team owner, and I just dumped his son kinda. Uh-oh. Oh. Oops. I forgot that I was on DGR. Perhaps I should have thought about that before dumping my team owner's son for the win. Anyway, my favorite ATR album is Victim of the New Disease. Thoughts on No Jacket Required? I think it's the best Phil
How
Collins
much does it
album.
membership cost?
$2.99.
I'm Tails. Thank you for
Thank you for being
becoming
a member, Kristen.
Sucked me really
I
hard.
thought that was the white.
What the fuck?
I thought that was the white! No! You've got to be kidding me. Why did I think that was the white? Why did I think that was the white? Why did I think that was the white? Okay, you know what? I deserve to not win this race. Like, let's... Justin Allgaier 2024 Phoenix. I hit the wall reading the chat to lose stage 1. I dumped my team owner's son to win the race. And with 3 laps to go, I take my hand off the controller because I think the race is over. And now I'm 4th. Honestly, how did I get this far? How did I get this far in life? Why did I think that was the last lap? Literally, why did I think that was the last lap? God, I am literally retarded. I must be like, literally, there must be some, I must have brain damage. God, dude. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, how does this happen? Like, what are the circumstances required to have this happen in a race? God, dude, this is unbelievable. And Stuart Friesen is out here blocking Jordan Anderson, who's a lap down. Here comes Zane Smith to try and steal the win. And I can't even fucking keep up because my car's destroyed. 69% error. I hate my life. What's my favorite Avenged Sevenfold album? Whenever I say this, people are always really mad. But my favorite Avenged Sevenfold album is City of Evil. I don't know why everyone is like cringe whenever I say that. Anyway, Stuart Friesen wins, I guess. I guess that's what happens. Ugh. I don't know, dude. There's Todd Gilliland wrecking one of the several... He wrecked twice in this race, by the way. There's him just doing burnouts in turn 2. And he gets hit by Natalie fucking Decker. He got hit by Natalie Decker. Alright, the good news. The good news is I am now the points leader. I have passed Johnny Sauter and I am now the points leader. Congratulations to me. On great success. Todd Gilliland with the most laps led. He finishes where? Precisely. 8th. He somehow managed to finish on the lead lap, only 10 seconds behind the leader, after literally wrecking. He's too good. He's too good. He's simply too good. You don't know why an album hits way more when an artist dies just before or after it comes out? Fucking David Bowie. David Bowie. I remember where I was when I found out David Bowie was dead. I had just gotten back to college for my second semester. And my new roommate wasn't there yet. And I was very scared that he would walk in on me crying about David Bowie being dead. Anyway, that's that. I probably just gained a bunch of fucking rivals. How are we looking on the whole reputation home front? Okay, Stuart Friesen is one hit away from being a rival. Crafton and Rhodes are upset, and everyone else appears to be in at least neutral or low. Jennifer Jo Cobb and Joe Nemechek love me, so at least the Joes are happy with my existence. Angela Ruck really likes me, so Austin Terrio, a real ladies' man. And thankfully my teammate's happy with me, so hopefully Tanner Gray will go to bat for me when David Gilliland wants to fire me for wrecking his son. Okay, well, that's that race, I suppose. Standings. That's what the standings look like. As far as the chase is concerned, we are 4 winners away from locking out points non-winners. Gus Dean is still in the chase. And yeah, to Texas we go, I suppose. My favorite songs on City of Evil are Blinded in Chains, obviously, and Trashed and Scattered. Trashed and Scattered goes very hard. MIA and Sidewinder are also top tier. I used to really like Beast and the Harlot and Bat Country, but they are both very overplayed for me at this point. Like, I've listened to those songs so many times in the last 10 years, it's like, okay, you can stop. Have I even brought up the election? I've brought up the election occasionally. Do we have a update, by the way, on the main House race? No, it's still 700 votes. It's still just over 700 votes in that. Crazy. Yeah, I didn't get any angry tweets after that race. No one tweeted me after that race, even though I hit a lot of people. I hit a lot of people in that race. Why do I think Theater of the Soul is a better Poison ballad than Every Rose Has Its Sword? Well, I mean, I like Theater of the Soul just because that was the song that I heard first. Like, when I was, like, 5, one of my favorite songs was actually Unskinny Bop. But, like, Theater of the Soul was, like, the second Poison song that I really liked. I didn't really actually, like, listen to Every Rose Has Its Thorn until, like, I was around, like, 8 or 9. And like structurally, Theater of the Soul basically is just Every Rose Has Its Thorn Part 2. But like, you know. It's fine. Everything's fine. Why does Jesse Love even have any sponsors? I don't know. I don't know what Jesse Love's deal is. I don't know where his money comes from. At the line. Second off the pole. 18. Hell yeah. I don't know where Jesse Love gets his money. That's a good question. I'm going to go to the bathroom and take my pills quick before the next race. So, I'll be right back. Please don't go anywhere. You can watch something while I'm gone.
They just go about each other without giving the least of shit. But when they see me, it's just kill on sight. I'm gonna grab all the weapons that I can here. I have no room. I'll take that. Environmental. Yeah. Go into the next mission.
Hello and once again, good evening YouTube and welcome back to the Kamikaze Games channel. And today, we are taking a look at a game that is sweeping the nation and has completely changed the way that people think of 5-letter words. Ladies and gentlemen, Wordle. This game has in just like a short amount of time, just like 2 months ago, just suddenly became the biggest sensation in the entire internet. Like, I swear, dude, I cannot go 5 minutes without hearing about someone's Wordle score. It is incredible. Now, if you do not already know, Wordle is a game that's just like the game show Lingo. It was recently bought out by the New York Times. And coincidentally, this has coincided with a complete collapse in quality of this game. So I'm sure that this is a total coincidence and definitely unrelated. What is this game? Well, why don't we just jump right into it and I will assist you in figuring out what exactly this nonsense is all about. So here we are, blank screen. You get 6 attempts at the word. So if and there's really no starting spot. There's a couple of good strategies to like get as many vowels out as you can just to that helps you out a ton just to be able to figure that out. But let's say we're gonna start with wrath. Wrath is the first attempt at this word. So if I press enter, that's what happens. So as you can see, there's gray letters, green letters, and yellow letters. So starting with the gray letters are not in the word, so this may as well just be a big fat X. This is an in Wheel of Fortune. The A is green, which means that the A is in the correct position. So no matter what the actual word is, A is the third letter. And as for the T and the H, this letter appears in the word, so it's just not in the 4th or 5th position. Now, I already did this word. I already did this word on my other computer, so I already know that this is the correct, word, so there you go. That is me winning Wordle. And it's a pretty simple game. It's really simplistic, and it's all about, just wordplay, and, it's just taking all those English classes for the English minor I was going to have in college. This is really helping me out in this situation. I started playing this game 45 days ago, and this is my score so far. I have yet to miss a word, but seeing as how I just said that, likely gonna miss tomorrow's word. Now, this is all well and good, but the problem with Wordle is that there's only one every single day. So you see this, I'm recording this at noon. I have 12 hours until the next Wordle appears. So, until tomorrow, I literally can't play anything related to this game. Except I can. There are more Wordle variants than COVID at this point. It is ridiculous. Wordle 2. It is not just 5 letters, it is 6 letters. But you still only get 6 attempts. Now, I think Wordle 2 is way more difficult than the first one just because there's so many different words. And the problem with the Wordle games is that if a letter appears twice in the same word, it doesn't really necessarily let you know that. Because once you put a letter in the correct position, it just says that it's green. And you know, you're gonna assume that you don't need to use the letter again. But there have been so many words with multiple letters at this point. Let's just start things off with Wordle 2 here. Let's see. Okay. Sorry that took longer than I expected it to. I went and got a Little Debbie gingerbread cookie, and it was delicious. So let's go! Time to drive the car fast and stuff. So Austin Hill failed technical inspection. Grant Enfingers at the back too, and Ross Chastain. That is a bunch of fast truckers going in the back. Taco Doritos. I do enjoy Taco Doritos. Did you there's some new taco jerky. Hold on, I screwed up this. Hold on, sorry, I'm breaking immersion. Okay. There's some new jerky that uses the Dorito Taco Dorito flavoring, and I think that's very good. I can't eat an entire bag of Taco Doritos, but like just a couple, you know, just a couple here and there is all right. Oh, and there's my watch telling me to stand up, even though I literally just did that. That's always fun. Oh boy, we're loose out of turn 4. Flaming Hot Doritos are fine. Definitely not the best flavor. Better than Flaming Hot Cool Ranch. That's stupidity. Doesn't even make sense! Anyway. You were enjoying that? You can go and watch that video. You know that, right? You know that that every video that I put on the pre-stream screen and like the P-break screen, those are all videos that are available on the channel. That one was the Wordle Revolution. I think I have 2 Wordle videos actually. Just search Wordle on my channel and you will find it. Oh, baby. Okay. Oh my goodness, Ekis is just blocking the shit out of me for no reason. Oh, Rhodes is in the lead. Oh. You wore the KG hoodie to where you got the Doritos? Hell yeah. Let's go. Did you tell me which one it was? Was it the winter one? Or was it the 5 darts one? I'm proud of the 5 darts shirt. I'm very proud of that design. Like, that was a massive brain idea that I had back in the day. You want to be warm because of KG, and then come out here, bitch. JC wants to come out here in the middle of fucking February. Believe me, it's gonna be difficult to be warm during that period of time. If you want to be warm, this is the last place that you want to be. Let me tell you that much. I still have not sat down and made new shirt designs. I really need to do that. Did I see the new Checkers/Rallies deal? You mean the same deal that Wendy's and McDonald's already have? I know I saw you post it, but I don't think I actually read the post. I know that my eyes glazed over it, but I don't think I intook any actual information. If you catch my drift. KG blanket. Can you make blankets on spring? That's a great idea if you can. I think you can make towels. I know that there's a lot of places that make towels because a lot of the porn artists that I follow are selling towels with their scantily clad characters on them. And I'm like, who's buying this and like taking it to the beach? Like, let's be honest. Like, I'm down bad given my current life situation, but like, I am not down bad enough to purchase a beach towel of a scantily clad anime girl and take it with me in public. Like, I'm afraid that is not a thing that I am capable of doing. I feel like I have just a little bit too much dignity for that, actually.
All clear.
Yeah, I did wish for them to ban leeches back in the day. And they kind of made steps towards it, but it wasn't enough.
All clear.
And it's still a problem occasionally, but it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. Now it's just, you know, a annoying once in a while thing when Hendrick decides to drag the 17 out for their most recent fucking series champions to fucking piddle fuck around it and just exist for no reason. That used to be every single week in Xfinity, by the way. That used to be every single week in the Nationwide series. Now it's not. Yes, I have indeed heard about grindcore. I've also heard of gorecore, porno grind. Oh dear. I went through a phase when I was like 14 of listening to some very, very unusual music. That's where I first heard of Hello Kitty Suicide Club, or I should have said Hello Kitty Demonetized Club, because now this video is going to get taken down for saying the bad S word. Oh boy. Please don't run into the blowing up car. Oh, that's Josh Rayum blowing up. Oh no, he had such a good run last week. The horror. Well, that hurt me most of all because the truck was doing everything in its power to magnetically gravitate towards the truck that was exploding in front of him. And now we're 6.5 seconds back, so that kind of sucks. Boy, there are 2 Tails-themed users in the chat right now. What do I think of the 23XI charter deal? I said it earlier, but like it basically boils down to this is a win-win situation for me. Because if NASCAR wins in court, then 23XI and Front Row stop existing, and Gregson and Reddick are out of a job. Or if Denny Hamlin wins, NASCAR has to restructure itself, and maybe either A, stops existing, or B, makes it so that pay drivers are a lot less of an influence. Either way, I'm winning in this situation. 2 users for 2 tails. God damn, that's 2. That's 2. Chris T. with the five. Thank you. That is your first super chat, and it is indeed a 5. Thank you for the 5. You are awesome. Thank you everyone who's been re-upping memberships. Thank you for viewing, just in general. I know that the channel has been a bit on the sporadic side for a few months. But, you know, I'm not doing great. I mean, I want to say that I'm doing better, because, like, as opposed to a few months ago, like, I'm not every single day considering dying. Like, the thought crosses my mind every once in a while, but like, it isn't an every waking moment experience anymore. Like, things have noticeably improved. Like, I'm still, like I said earlier, on a scale from 1 to 900,000, or 1 to 1 million, and 1 million being the worst, I feel like we are solidly down to 700,000. Anyway. Man. I remember I used to say I'd be a fan of Kyle Busch if he didn't race in Xfinity and trucks. And then he kind of stopped for the most part. And then, like, I kind of didn't hate him in 2022 and 2023. And this year, he was kind of driving like a jackass for most of the season. And he was still driving in trucks. So, yeah, basically. It is still stage 1. You know what? I just realized. I said I was going to go to the bathroom and take my pills. I didn't actually take the pills. I just went to the bathroom and got the gingerbread cookie. I didn't actually take the pills that I paused the stream to take. Huh. Has the album review marathon even been good? I enjoyed the first video. Oh my god, why are we wrecking? Why are we wrecking in the quad oval? Alright, well this is unfortunate. I really do be facing backwards. Please stop hitting me. Please stop hitting me. Alright, that's a lot of rival points. With a lot of people. Alright, well, truck is destroyed again. And you know what? I think we're just going to restart the race because it's only lap 20. I'm going to go take my pills quick. I don't even know what happened there. Genuinely. Like, I wasn't even looking at chat. Yeah, you know the Little Debbie gingerbread cookies with, like, the frosting? That only come out during this time of year? Yeah, I got a box of that. And, like, I've had 3 of them today. I was gonna not eat today, but then I was like, cookies. But cookies! But cookies. Anyway, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. So, hey, it's a brand new race. Oh my goodness, will I win this one? I don't know. We got a lot of laps ahead of us though, and stuff. I'm tired. Please don't punch your screen, what if? You've gone through, like, so many of them this year. Why is Natalie Decker so fast? Go away. Leave me be. Yeah, that was a practice session. I'm just in a backup truck. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Stuart, what are you doing, bud? That's happened to me before in iRacing. I remember when I first started doing iRacing, I wrecked by myself in the quad oval once. That was like, I think I did that on stream too, and I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude, that was not a good time. Still there. Yeah, we don't know what Raja's doing next year. Oh. I don't know what that was all about. You know, I was doing the most popular driver vote earlier today. I saw a tweet about it and I was like, fuck it. And when I was doing the voting, it said voting successful, and then underneath it, it said error occurred, please try again. And I was sitting there like, damn, is this what it's like to be a voter in Maricopa County? Like, what is going on with this voting system? Like, Dominion designed this most popular driver voting function or something. I don't know, dude. It was crazy. So, like, it said that you can vote multiple times per day. So, like, I voted multiple times, but I don't know if it counted any of them. It's very weird. It's very strange. Raja to the 19. No, I would much rather someone else go to that. I would much rather either Hemrick or Chandler Smith go to the 19. Oh. Took the pills 5 minutes ago, and I'm already yawning. How does that happen? Yeah, why is Heim staying in trucks? Remember that rumor that lasted for like 5 minutes that said that Nemechek was going to get fired and Heim was going to go to the 42? I kind of would like that. That'd be good, because then Heim would just suck for the next, you know, foreseeable future, and just open up the truck series for someone else to do good in it. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. Trucks next year is going to be very boring. No. No, Chandler Smith to the 42 JC. Why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me? Oh. I guess my question is, who's going to take over the 17 truck? Is it even going to exist? Tricon Garage, as it's now called, appears to be the, you know, the main, like, Toyota TRD team. Probably gonna be bitch-ass Sean fucking Hingarani at this rate. Fucking asshole. Probably gonna be who ends up in that truck. Yep, the yawning is starting. I took those pills not even 5 minutes ago, man. Yes, Dean Thompson is horrendous. Indeed. Indeed he is. Oh, there's Joe. There's my best friend, Joe Nemechek. He's running 10th, just casually. And I'm getting slower as this run goes on, which is kind of sad. if Moffitt went to the 17, he would definitely score the most points in the season. Doubt he'd win the championship, though, because the championship is a joke. Maybe Moffitt gets the 19 because Napa, and he wouldn't have to bring a sponsor. Hey, Bill McCanley. Bill McCanley, I got $1 million idea for you. Anyway. Yeah, I've kind of run out of stuff to talk about. So, that sucks. That is unfortunate. I'm like an NPC and I've exhausted all my dialogue options, so now all I'm doing is just sitting here yawning in my idle animation. Hey, Moffitt leads in the game. That's the best I can hope for these days. Why doesn't Cole Custer bring the 00 to the Cup Series? Why? That's the original Haas number, and Haas is no longer bound by Tony Stewart. He doesn't need to reference AJ Foyt in any capacity. Like, why? Why doesn't he bring the number back? I don't care if Custer won in the 41 car in a garbage race at Kentucky in 2020. Also, Zane Smith wrecked, I guess. No caution for that. I'm on the fucking apron driving around this place. Why doesn't he bring the 00 back? They should have done it when Custer made it to the Cup Series. They should have done it when Starcom shut down. No one's using the 00. Just bring it. Do it, Gene. You fucking coward. Oh, baby. We're getting loose. We're getting loose now. Getting loose, foot loose. If Moffitt didn't win the race at Chicagoland, he would have missed a race because of sponsor issues. If he didn't win Atlanta, he would have missed some races. If he didn't win Atlanta, he would not have won the championship. Because they were going to run like the first, couple of... Because like back then, the season was structured where there was like a month-long break in April. And Hattori was going to run those first couple of races that were back-to-back and then reevaluate the program. And Moffitt had sponsorship issues the entire season. Like, they would not have been able to make the race in Chicagoland if Freight Auctions didn't come on at the last second. And because Freight Auctions came on, DJ Kopp's team, the 83 truck, shut down. So there was a casualty from that. Because Brett took the sponsor. So, Hattori absolutely would not have made it the whole season. They probably wouldn't have even made it past like April full time. Like, Brett probably could have won any of the races that he did IRL if he showed up to the track. Now that's a big if. But winning Atlanta was like the only reason that he had that he got the championship. The only reason he had a career at all. Yep, we talked about this earlier, is that Adam Stern tweeted about, or someone like that tweeted about NASCAR saying, "Oh, we might look at making changes to the chase this year, but don't expect anything crazy until 2026. And I basically had a big long conversation about like contracts and stuff, and it was very boring, and I don't think anyone got anything out of it, least of all me. Nobody, least of all me, got anything out of that conversation, but you know. Anyway, there's your fucking 2024 Truck Series champion. Right there. There he is. Bask in his glory. No one made any comments about the Ty Majeski having a giant cock on the table part of the video that I put out today. I thought at least a couple of people would mention that in the comments, but no one did. Very sad. A 32-team playoff, yep. There it is. The Chargers are absolutely not doing good this season. There is no reason that they could not have won at least 2 of those 3 games that they lost. I have no confidence in the Chargers, even if they're having like a better record than they had last season. They've already got more wins this year than last year. Stop yawning. The longer my eyes are closed, the less time that I am looking at the screen, and that means the more likely I am to die. At least I'm not the Seahawks. I read that and said, and I thought you said, at least I'm not the Starbucks. I am very much coffee-brained these days. I went to Taco Bell yesterday. That was an interesting experience. I used the Taco Bell app for the first time. And I got a free Cantina crispy chicken taco, which was fucking delicious, by the way. And I sat in that Taco Bell for 45 minutes. And let me tell you, if you want like pure unadulterated entertainment, just sit in a Taco Bell for 45 minutes. Because the amount of shit that went down, the amount of people that were pissed off that they had to wait like 10 minutes for an order was insane. Like, I had people come in and leave before I got my shit, and they were fucking bitching. And I was like, bro, I've been sitting here for a half hour. And then some dude came in, like, on drugs or some shit, and was yelling at, like, the manager lady. Because apparently she disrespected his mom. And I'm just sitting there like, motherfucker, you're causing a scene in a Taco Bell. You're over here looking like fucking Carrot Top. And causing a scene in a Taco Bell in North Dakota. Like, you are not doing yourself any favors. So that was a fucking interesting incident, to say the least. But yeah. Yeah, JC's been telling me how much he wants Taco Bell all week long. And I'm like, do you want me to order you Taco Bell, motherfucker? And he's like, no. I was like, do you want Taco Bell or do you not want Taco Bell? My dude, make up your mind! Anyway. That story lasted all of 2 laps. We're still in stage 1, by the way. I'm also addicted to Taco Bell. It's so good. So good. So goddamn good. You said yes the other day. You didn't tell me what you wanted. You didn't even tell me what you wanted. Like, I'm just supposed to magically know? They only have the drive-thru open. The one here was drive-thru only for a while because of lack of staff. And you know what? If I was getting yelled at by Carrot Top for no reason every day, yeah, I probably wouldn't work there either. Personally. Taco Bell is so good. Yes, I imagine pulling $200 out of savings for an x-ray and antibiotics is not a good time. That is an assumption that I am making. I feel like, yeah, that would not be a good time. My mom had to take, I think my mom has taken one of our cats to the vet twice and the other one once. Oh, baby. Okay, we're getting loose. We're getting loose. Ooh, luchador tacos. Now that sounds good. Two burrito supremes, now $6.66. Nice. Shout out to the Latinos, by the way, for helping get Trump back into office. La Familia. Estoy muy buenito. Or estás, sorry. La Familia estás. Muy magnifico. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Can we not? Can we not? Ugh. Well, that was interesting. Somehow... Oh my goodness. Okay, we're just loose on both ends of the track now. Why did I not do an election stream? Because I was watching other people's election streams and I didn't think that the election would be called on the same night. And I went to bed at like 7:30. So like literally like before California polls even closed. Before the West Coast states even closed their polls, I was in bed. And I was fucking tired. And my neck hurt. Oh, it was awful. But I woke up and the right person won this time. And you know what? You know what? All the people on Twitter and Reddit, I think they have a good point. I think they actually have a really good point. You know, it doesn't make sense that a bunch of folks from 2020 disappeared. You know what? I feel like Twitter has a point when they say that we need to investigate what happened in the 2024 election. And you know what else? I feel like maybe we should also investigate the 2020 election, you know, just to, you know, have a reference to go off of, you know, because, you know, there's such a big difference between the 2020 election and the 2024 election. You know, I feel like it'd be a really good idea if we took a look at both elections and really audited everything that happened in both of them. I think we'd find some interesting stuff. You know, that's just me. Yeah. You spent a half an hour getting a Pocono shirt? Nice. Oh god, well that's the end of the stage. See, that time I didn't know it was the last lap of the stage as opposed to the previous race where I thought it was over, but there were still 3 fucking laps to go. Time to pit truck. The wedge isn't even out. I thought it saved the setup from the previous race. And I took out some wedge, but no, it's just fucking loose. I guess I'm turning up the wedge. I guess that's what I'm doing right now. Doing F124 with a custom driver and a racing bowl in Britain. Nice. Lyra stained the shirt. Well, I have to imagine that the stomach acids of a cat are pretty gross. I mean, if cat pee is basically pure ammonia, I can't imagine what their stomach acid is like. I know my mom's cats throw up all the time, and the carpet at her house is fucking looks like, you know, looks like it hasn't been cleaned since 1974. Oh, we're in the lead, kinda-ish. Oh, never mind, we're 3 wide middle. Todd Gilliland is drafting with me despite me wrecking his shit last week. Todd Gilliland was trying to help me in spite of me killing him last week. And now we're just on the top lane. Great, fantastic. Oh, we're tight. Oh! And I'm slower than Jordan Anderson. Fantastic. Great. Spectacular. Boy, I am not doing good right now. Go, truck. Why are we so slow? Okay, there we go. That's all it took, was just being on the bottom, and now we're making up time again. Fantastic. Oh God, they went through the grass. The pass in the grass. All right. So, as it turns out, we're just slower than shit. We're just slower than shit. Guess we're not winning this race. Yeah, Lane Wiggs decided to become like the best driver in the truck series after missing the chase. Because he had like 2 top 10s all season, and then the chase starts and he gets 2 wins and was on like a top 5 streak. He would have finished second at Homestead if he didn't run out of gas. He died at Talladega, but that really doesn't mean a whole lot. And he was racing for the lead at Phoenix and killed himself. Basically, Lane Ridge is an interesting character at this point. Who is in the O2? Okay, that's Spencer Boyd. Am I getting anything for Black Friday? I was thinking of doing 23andMe, because 23andMe is like 50% off Amazon on Black Friday for some reason. I was thinking of finally doing that. Because I want to find out if I'm the whitest person on Earth. Like, is there any non-white DNA in my body whatsoever? He should have renamed Twitter to Musk, so that people can say, I must him. Ugh. What a name, dude. What a name. I think we're doing worse than we were doing in the first run. I don't know if that has something to do with the wedge adjustment, but like I feel like on the long run, if the truck isn't trying to actively kill itself, we'll end up in a better position. Because that was just bad. Like, the truck was just fucking itself everywhere on the track. And like, I feel like if we can avoid that, we might be in better shape. Yes, I'm aware that I'm a blonde guy from North Dakota. I am aware. I am aware how white I am. I remember my mom went through like what my actual genealogy was to her knowledge back, like, but this was like 8th grade, so I didn't really pick up on anything. The only thing that I retained was German and Russian. That's the only stuff that I retained from that entire conversation. Ugh. Yes, he did indeed feel 100% on that flip. I'm so white that my skin turns red when exposed to the sun. My skin just turns red, period, because it's dry. When I was in high school, I had bad high blood pressure. So like basically my face was red at all times. And this past weekend, I had an entire Little Caesars stuffed crust and Italian cheese bread in under. Basically, I had half of it during the Xfinity race, and then the second half the next day. And I feel like there was so much salt in all that it increased my blood pressure by like 20 points. And then when I recorded the video that I posted this morning, and then I went to Taco Bell, I sat in Taco Bell for 45 minutes, got out, and I looked, and when I got in my car, I saw my face in the mirror, and my face was still red. Because I was yelling in the NASCAR video. And like, after losing all that weight and like having a like normal diet for the first time in my life, my face generally never gets red anymore. But like after having all that pizza, I think my blood pressure went up a little bit. I think the sodium content increased my blood pressure by a significant amount. And my face was red for a long time. Will Trackhouse move on from Suarez? No. He will be there forever or until Pitbull runs out of money. Well, I have a family history of high blood pressure. So I already have abnormally high blood pressure, even now. Even now when I'm at a relatively healthy weight and have a reasonable diet that isn't just entire pizzas all the time. It's still higher than average. And then I was fat and eating gas station food every day. So my sodium intake was high, basically. Very, very high. When was the last time I got a physical? Like February. Like an athletic physical or like just a general physical? Because athletic physical would have been 7th grade. But like a, you know, motor skills physical, February. JC, why are you acting like What If and cracking your phone screen? Why does everyone in the chat break their phones? Why does everyone in the chat break their screens all the time? Toshiba must be making some big bank off y'all. And Spectrum. I could eat an entire pizza right now. Right now. And it'd be nothing. I was really hoping that all these years of not eating and like losing weight would eventually shrink my stomach. But no. No, I can still eat with the best of them. I can still just shovel it down like nothing. Like that is a natural talent that I have, apparently. I don't remember what they told me about my blood pressure during that physical. I'm pretty sure that I asked if it was good or not, and they said it was a little high, and I was like, yeah.
Still there. All clear.
Yeah, I remember the Shaq-a-Roni pizza. What is different about this limited edition one? Does it have more Shaq-a-Roni? Sounds more like macaroni than pepperoni. Could you imagine a macaroni pizza? I'm sure it's been done before, but it doesn't sound good. Would not, personally. Apparently your stomach expands if you eat quickly to block fat from being formed.
Wow!
Well, that explains it.
That's cool!
Because when I eat, I don't mess
High
around.
blood pressure? No.
I do not mess around when... Hey! Rowdy Josh racing with the 2. Yes, I know. I know it comes as, I'm sure, a total blindside to anyone. Oh my god, okay. Well, so much for being best friends with Joe Nemechek, because the entire field has decided to check up. And now I have 88% arrow, and Joe Nemechek is now mad at me. Fantastic. Yes, I know it comes as probably a earth-shattering discovery, but I have high blood pressure. Okay, thank fucking God the caution came out. Wow, that was stupid. Alright, well everyone else is pitting, so I'm gonna pit. And it looks like they're gonna not pit after the stage, so we're doing fancy smancy stage flipping now. So that's good. Garlic doesn't agree with your body. That's a shame, because I am a noted garlic appreciator. All right, well, I just lost 6 spots for the damage, so that's great. Another restart. Here we go. See, if there's a green-white checkered in this race, we're probably winning. Because, good lord. Good lord. Ugh. Come on.
Still there.
Yeah, and I'm still retaining the speed. See, I don't know what it is about this track, but like, we got so much speed on these restarts, but like in every NASCAR game that I've ever played, if you're fast on restarts, you're terrible after the cars are up to speed. And if you're slow on restarts, you're way fat. You're gonna be an unstoppable force of nature. I don't know what it is, but that's just how it works for some reason. Anyway. Oh. See, I can't hold the bottom in this corner. Like, I feel like I just need to get out of the gas a little bit more and just wrap the bottom. Just wanted to stop by and say that Joey Logano gives you high blood pressure. Fair enough. That is 100% fair. I have not been to a car meetup. There are, like, none here. There was this one time at the old hotel where, like, a gang of people that drove, like, 1920s Ford Model A's stopped. Do I have the picture? KG's ex gives you high blood pressure. Hey, can fucking relate to that. Do I still have this picture? We're gonna go all the way back in time. Look at all these Tails pictures in my camera roll. Good lord. People are gonna look at this shit and be like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? Where are these Ford Model A's at? I'm sorry I'm breaking immersion, but I really want to see if I still have this picture. There they are. I do still have this picture. Can I share this? Where can I share this to? Here we go. Share this to, I guess, that. And then we'll go to that. No, just hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm sorry. Here we go. Direct messages. There we go. Send it to JC. Sure, why not? There you go. Ugh. Hang on. Hang on. Check this shit out. If it'll ever fucking load. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't this something, dude? Look at these things. They just rolled up. I don't even think they had reservations. They just rolled up. They just rolled up, and then someone with their, like, fucking Ford Fusion just decides to park alongside. But yeah, they all just rolled up. And then the fire chief came in and said that they can't park here because it's a fire lane. And by the way, road work next 59 miles. I'm sorry, what? 59 miles of road work. Are you kidding? Yeah, I remember that. That was wild. Anyway, that was fun. That was a nice aside. Ow, 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 ow. That was my fucking ankle. Ow. Yeah, Grandma's migrating back to her time period. True. True. The true words have never been spoken. Yeah, that was the entire highway, by the way. And also, by the way, the stage just ended early under caution. And Spencer Boyd just got a stage point. Because, yeah, that's normal. Anyway, so this is interesting. We're going to be starting the final stage. Herps is pitting. No one else is. I'm going to do what the majority of the field does, by the way. Because I don't want to pit all the time and just guarantee wins. I feel like that's boring. No, it was 59 miles of road work. They did the entire fucking highway from Bowman to Belfield that summer. It was insane, and that was right when my parents moved here. So, like, I was going up here a lot. It was, something, to say the least. Yeah, and that was like 2019 when that picture was taken. That was 5 years ago. By now, like, a lot of those dinosaur cars are probably, you know... I don't know. I would like to hope that every car in that image is still in good condition, but, like... hard to say. Anyway, we're terrible on restarts after, like, 2 laps. I'm going back to Massachusetts. Something's telling me I must go home. And the lights all went down in Massachusetts. Anyway, I've never been to a car meet, but like apparently there are car meets here. I've just never been. If I got a CRX, I probably would, though. Ooh. Alright, we're loose again. That's frustrating. I put in wedge to avoid this. I put in wedge specifically to avoid this. And Joe Nemechek is just driving around me again. Why? Why are we so slow? 42 laps before the next pit stop. Oh, there's Zane Smith again. He damaged my ass. Good lord. Zane Smith just assaulted my ass. And we're 4 wide of Texas trying to be. 25 viewers and hardly anyone chatting. Can we change that, please, and thank you. Alright, well, now all of a sudden I'm faster than Nemechek, who drove around me like nothing, and now I'm stuck behind these fuckers. I can't pass Spencer Boyd, this is sad. And I'm up the track, and there we go, losing spots. Look at this. I'm faster than everyone in front of me, but can't hold the bottom, so I'm losing spots. That's so cool. Thanks, game. Will the Cowboys lose next Monday? Probably. I don't know who they're playing. It's on Monday, so it's probably a half-decent game. Did you see that Washington versus Philly is on Thursday night? Are you kidding me? Thursday night football, getting an absolute banger of a game. I think Washington's winning that, personally. Rip Nemco indeed. Oh my god, I'm loose off 4. Why is this happening? Which motorsport are we supporting next year? I will forever stand IndyCar, even though this year was pretty boring by its standards. Oh, they're playing the Texans. Oh, yeah. The Battle of Texas will be won by Houston for sure. For sure. When I was like in second grade, no, I was closer to third grade. There was a chick in my sister's grade that moved to Texas. And I was like, that's cool, there's a racetrack in Texas. My sister was like devastated because they were like really good friends. And I was like, damn, I wish I could move to Texas, then I could go watch races. Thoughts on FedEx leaving? It's not surprising. Why am I dying off of turn 4? Why? What's the reason? It's just another example of the sport dying. When one of the, like, the last remaining, like, iconic sponsors, driver combos. And they're fucking off. Even after being, like, even after what, 50 plus wins? That's still not good enough for him. And like people are saying that FedEx is doing like layoffs and like are like have no money. And it's like how? People are blaming COVID for it. How? More people are ordering shit to their house instead of going to the store because of COVID. FedEx should be thriving. Bidenomics, I suppose. Do I like polo shirts? Not really. They used to be my shit back when I worked at the grocery store and had to wear them all the time. But ever since then, nah, I don't care for them desperately. What the fuck does COVID have to do with this? What the fuck does Kyle Petty have to do with this? That's my question. Let me tell you. The one company that's recession proof, pandemic proof, everything proof, Shit Tech. Shit Tech products has been banned all over the place, but they still keep going. That's what perseverance looks like, ladies and gentlemen. IMSA cautions are too long, true. Amazon is outpacing FedEx with delivery. Yeah, I suppose Amazon doesn't use FedEx. Kyle Petty has had some of the worst takes like I have ever seen on X as of recently. He has had some absolute trash that he has been shoveling onto that website. I hate this turn so much. Thoughts on Mama Smith? I have never seen a man, like, oh so desperately try to be like the NASCAR executive version of me. Like, he intentionally starts shit for no reason, but instead of not liking NASCAR, he is sucking the dick of NASCAR. And, like, I don't know why he's doing it, but he just says some of the most asinine things you've ever seen a man say on a website. And he gets into arguments with people and tells them to stop watching. Motherfucker, the biggest problem that NASCAR has is that people are stopping watching. And you're telling people to stop watching that disagree with you. My dude, you are stuck in a 2013 level, argument. Arguing as if it was 10 years ago. The elimination format has not helped viewership. It has not increased ticket sales. Okay? My dude, give it up. They've had 10 years to see even a modicum of improvement when it comes to ratings and ticket sales. They haven't. The reason tracks are selling out is because they don't sell half the fucking seats in the grandstands. It's a lot easier to say that you sold out a track when you're only selling half the tickets that you used to, when you're only putting half the seats that you used to on sale. Yes, I remember when Kyle Petty took me out of Dover. That was one of the stupidest fucking things that I think has ever happened to me in a NASCAR game. That entire sequence was so stupid. I was driving Dale Jr. down, and that was going to be one of the most exciting finishes. That was gonna rival Ricky Rudd at Talladega. How good that finish was. And then Kyle Petty just had to block me off the fucking track as a lap car and ruin it. For no reason. I was so fucking mad. I wanted to cancel the playthrough. When that race happened, I was so mad. Mama Smith is a NASCAR industry plant. He probably is. He keeps ending up on all these shows. He's a pit reporter. He's on all the serious shows. How does he keep getting a job? He's not even a good pit reporter. He and Todd Bodine. Why is Todd Bodine doing pit reporting now? Whose idea was that? He's terrible. He is at the level of Mama Smith. Mama did that one race in one of the ARCA series, and he didn't even do that bad. He did half decent. But ever since then, he has been a very high and mighty motherfucker on Twitter. Ever since that race, he has not been very humble. Daniel Dye is I think, yeah, Daniel Dye being Michael Waltrip's illegitimate son is a very, very realistic thing at this point. Yeah, what happened to the whole icy thing? I remember I watched him complain about I saw him tweet complaining about the election, and I was like, bro, just stop. Bro, just stop. You're not gonna get anything out of this. Just stop. You can support the Democrats. As stupid as you'd have to be to do that, given this current political climate that we're in. As brainwashed and empty-headed as you'd have to be to do so, you're perfectly allowed to. But if you're gonna talk mad shit when the popular vote is won by the Republicans, maybe just sit out the next 4 years. Honestly. Now that's just my humble opinion on that situation. Anyway. Oh! Freeze and give me room! Please. Yeah, it was Mamba and Dave Moody that were all like, oh, if it was a full season format, the championship would already have been decided with 10 races to go. And then it would have been a four-way battle for the championship at Phoenix if it had been a full-length season. I can't really talk too much shit about Dave Moody, because I guess his mom died. And you know what? I cannot hate on a motherfucker for that. Like, he has a good couple of months of me not talking shit. Unless he says something absolutely batshit insane, I will lay off of Dave Moody for a while. Absolutely, 100%. But like, you know. How long do I think NASCAR will last? I hope that they're dead by the end of next year, so my prediction is correct. Just me, though. I was really hoping that SRX would rise up and be, you know, basically be like CART. But now it doesn't exist, so it's like, oh, well, that's unfortunate. And now they're caught up in a legal battle as to who has the rights to SRX, and I just kind of sit back like, well, so much for that. Yeah, isn't it interesting that we lost Bobby Allison like 2 weeks after they gave him the win at that one race? Have they updated that on Racing Reference, by the way? It sucks. Just to see one of the greatest drivers to like ever set foot in NASCAR history. He dies. And immediately after that, Logano's apparently a 3-time champion after having 3 of the worst seasons that a champion has ever had in NASCAR history. And you compare that to Bobby Allison, who only ever won 1 championship despite being literally one of the greatest drivers of all time. Stupid. And dumb. Bell would have made a 400-point comeback to win the championship. But it would have been boring, guys. The final race would have been boring. Dave Moody and Mama Smith knew that. They had psychic powers to know that it was not going to be a like 3-way battle for the championship at Phoenix in full season points. Yeah. I didn't even know he was sick. Isn't that both Yarbrough and Allison this year, or was Yarbrough last year? That's fucked up, dude. They just see the state that NASCAR is in right now, and they're like, I can't deal with this. Peace. Peace. Cale died on the last day of December, so it was last year, by minutes. By minutes. Damn. What if's beef with Ryan Vargas? I have very much enjoyed the beef with Ryan Vargas. That is very funny. Very funny. Oh, no. No. Can we stop, please, and thank you from doing this nonsense? Okay, I guess I gotta pit soon. see, the thing is that everyone, the NASCAR shills always say the Letford system is outdated. And it's like, the vast majority of the people that say that we want a season-long format, we're not even saying bring that back. A full season format with stage points is 100% fine in my opinion, just as long as the entire body of the season matters. And doing good in 3 races doesn't. Having 3 good races isn't the difference between winning a championship and finishing 17th in points. That's all I have to say. That is all I have to say. Rex White is still alive? I didn't know that. Yo, I saw this one post where someone went through all of the champions in Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup and went through it as and whoever finished 12th in points won the championship. And Bill Rexford finished 12th in points in 1949. So Bill Rexford, even in that format, still gets a championship. And I thought that was very funny. Yeah, full seasons are so outdated. Why does literally every other motorsport discipline on planet Earth still use it? Except for fucking drag racing. Stop dying for no reason on the front stretch. Morgan Shepherd would have been a champion. Well, he deserved to be a champion regardless, so, you know. Okay, we gotta go a lot of laps on fuel for the rest of this race. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it on one stop. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's 46 to go this time by. I thought it was 56 to go, sorry. No, we'll make it. It's fine. Eventually every driver in NASCAR Legends will be dead. Well, eventually every driver in NASCAR Thunder 2004 will be dead. You know. And eventually everyone in NASCAR Heat 5 will be dead. Just like the Verve said, that's life. Benny Parsons only won one race in 1972. And isn't it interesting how they changed the points format immediately when that happened in 1972? They had a bad season where the champion was stupid and didn't make sense, and they were like, wow, this is a bad format. Let's do something else. And yet, here we are, 11 seasons into elimination rounds. Hi, a dog that likes Kyle Busch. That's another Tails profile pic, by the way. Very happy that my fan base is filled with Tails fans as well. This is a coalition, to say the least. Yes, 100% reverse Mark Martin's penalty and give him the 1990 championship. They absolutely should do that. You think they'd do that if Dale didn't die? You think if Dale just went on to retire and just continued to be alive and be like a personality on like NASCAR Race Hub, they would have retroactively taken some things away from him? What do you think Dale Earnhardt's legacy would be if he didn't die? Like, a lot of people ask how like NASCAR would turn out and like if DEI would still be around, but like the thing that I wonder the most of all is how would people remember Dale Earnhardt? Would they worship him as a idealistic god, or would he just be like, you know, would he just be like, oh yeah, he was really good? no one would just, like, worship the ground that he walked on. I don't know. Very interesting. Very interesting to think about. Is Shit Tech hiring? Yeah, but don't, you know, expect to get paid very much. The questionable business practices also carries over to employee wages. Okay, that's actually a really good point, What If. How he wasn't, like, racing selfishly for, like, the first time in his career in that race. Yeah. That's actually really interesting. Dale Earnhardt gave his life so Michael Waltrip could win the championship. I never thought about it like that. The ultimate sacrifice for his team. Wow. I never considered it like that from that angle before. That's interesting. Flirting, Dale blocking for his two teams. Harassment, Dylan and Chastain blocking for Byron. Okay, that's pretty good too. Good meme format. Good shit. Good shit.
Got one down low now.
But, you know, the thing is that Blaze Alexander still would have died if Dale Earnhardt had been alive. Unless, of course, like, Kerry was, like, not racing that because of reasons. Etc., etc. But, like, you know. People overlook the fact that the Hans device was not mandated until Blaze Alexander died. And that was in an Orca race. So, like, Dale Earnhardt surviving, I don't know if that has any bearing on that race. Oh god, caution's out. Okay. That kind of sucks because now the AI is going to be better. And it also means that Brett's probably not going to win. 11 on the lead lap. No one's pitting, so I don't want to just pit and win automatically. Alright, well, P4. P4, can I get to the lead and hold them off?
Almost ready. Time to go.
Because I'm definitely going to get to the lead on this restart. Don't change lanes too early, otherwise you have to do a pass-through. Okay, to the outside of Brett, who runs into me. That is not my fault. You better not count that as rival points. And we're in the lead. Alright. Can I stay here for a lot of laps? 33. 32 laps. 33 at the line. I doubt it. I doubt it, to be honest. Do we really think that Dale Earnhardt would retire in 03? Like, let's take it into consideration here. Dale's team was very good in 2001. Harvick won twice as a true rookie. Like, Harvick's good. But, like, do you really think that 2001 Kevin Harvick was better than 2001 Dale Earnhardt? Like, Dale was slowing down, but he was still one of the greatest drivers to ever set foot in a stock car. How, like, I don't know, dude. We've already talked about, there's already been so many people that have made What If Dale Didn't Die videos. So, like, you know, I'm not gonna drag on that conversation. Oh, I can't hold the bottom! Oh, and I'm loose too. To top it all off, I'm loose. There goes Sauter. Alright, well maybe I can hang on to his ass long enough to maybe have a charge at the end of the run. Because we're fine on tires. We're not going to have to worry about tire wear. This track is just, Goodyear brought fucking diamond encrusted tires to the track, so we don't have to worry about that. He would have been 52. Morgan Shepherd raced until he was 90. Not competitively, but like, you know. If he still has that angst in him, I don't see why he wouldn't. Racing was his life. I mean, sure, probably he wanted to slow down and focus on the business side of DEI, because clearly, Michael Waltrip wins that race. DEI is like, you know, unstoppable at plate tracks and whatnot. The business is taking off big time. You know, I don't know. That's true. The car of tomorrow. What would Dale Earnhardt's opinion be on the car of tomorrow? Can't help but notice that Riley Herbst is very fast. That's unfortunate. Morgan Shepherd isn't even 90 now. Sorry, I was thinking of Herschel McGriff. It's easy to mix them up, you know. Herschel McGriff is a fucking legend. Like, without a doubt, one of the greatest, like, drivers to ever set foot in. I'm telling you, dude. What a heroic career he has had. Or did have. I remember when he ran that race in 2018, Bill McAnally said that he'd have a car for him when if he was still wanting to race when he turned 100. But McAnally left west, so. Yeah, Red Farmer's still kicking. Haven't heard about him in a while. See, I've always wanted to interview Herschel McGriff because I just want to get the perspective of a guy who was racing since the beginning. The main thing that I want to ask him is if he had any inspirations for getting into racing. Like, Herschel was racing since 1950. NASCAR had only existed for, count 'em, 1 year. And you know, everyone's like, oh, I love Jeff Gordon, that's why I wanted to get into racing. No. There was no one before them. There was no one before Herschel. Did he have, like, was it like someone in Champ Car, F1? F1 had just started existing again because fucking World War II ended. And then speaking of World War II, there was no racing during that period, like, at all. Was it someone from before then? Who was Herschel McGriff's favorite driver when he was a kid? That's the question I want to know. When Herschel McGriff was a young lad, just a little babe, who was his favorite driver? I want to know this so badly. I legit was gonna, like, ask, like, NASCAR Man or Brock Beard, like, if they knew how I could get into contact with Herschel so I could fucking interview his ass. But, like, getting into NASCAR when it was brand new and, like, the economy was not a joke and you could just buy a tire, you could buy a set of tires for fucking $10 and just pull a car off the showroom and just throw it on the racetrack and be like, yeah, I'm a professional racer, sure. Just, could you imagine the stories that that man could tell? Red is still racing dirt late models. Good. I was thinking we hadn't heard from him in a while and he was not racing anymore. I was very worried. But if Red Farmer is still driving a race car in a dirt track, then fucking racing is alive and well in America. Oh god, another caution. You know, if we keep having cautions and keep having restarts, we may end up with a green-white checkered and I could win this race. It could happen. No one on the lead lap pitting, which means I'm not. Okay, another attempt at a restart. Yes, I know stock car racing existed before NASCAR did. But I want to know who inspired Herschel McGriff to drive race cars. Oh. Okay, I need to block the 51 because he's on fresher tires and like that's not good and that's no good. Okay. Oh my god, can we not wreck? Could we please not wreck? 17 to go. That's a lot of laps. Get to the bottom. And stay there. Stay there! You're not staying! I can't wrap the inside. This is tragic. What are my thoughts on the Brett Moffitt Daniel Suarez thing? What Brett Moffitt Daniel Suarez thing? You mean when he said that Suarez wouldn't do anything at Trackhouse? Oh, because we all thought that when Suarez announced that after getting fired from Gibbs, Stewart Haas, driving Gaunt into bankruptcy, etc., we all thought that the brand new Cup team that popped up out of nowhere was going to be the next big thing. And Suarez would do something there that he couldn't do at Gibbs or Stewart Haas. We all thought that. Like, everyone knew that Pitbull was going to join the team and provide them with the funding that they needed to be competitive. We all knew that was going to happen. Let Brett win. No, I'd be violating the 100% rule, and I'd get a 25-point penalty and a $100,000 fine. So I have to try at all times. Herschel has 14 wins at Riverside. What a god. Is that the road course or the short track? Must be the road course because it would have been in West. If Irvin didn't have the near fatal crash in Michigan, would he have won the 94 title? I don't know. I've never done a deep dive on that. Yes, Riverside still exists in Canada. That was where Mark Martin raced in 2017. He got wrecked. There's a Riverside in Arkansas too. I didn't know that one. Yeah, Irvin was a very loose cannon back then. But like the 28 was so good. Yates was on another level. They were the top 4 team in the 90s. Like, by far. They were untouchable. Oh, yeah, people telling me to let Brett win when he takes the fucking top in turn 1 at New Texas. Give me a break. 10 to go this time by. Worst paint scheme that Mark and Truex ran. That I know of? Probably a Bush scheme for Mark. Did he ever drive the Gain car? I don't really like the Gain car, if I'm 100% honest. Truex? Like the 2017 Darlington throwback? Probably. Would be my pick. On truck. Look at it wrap the bottom. Oh, now we're driving race car. Oh, now we're vrooming. Yeah, the 28 car was, yeah, when you say cursed, like the car, like, I don't know, maybe Robert Yates made a deal with the devil to have a ridiculously fast car, but he was also cursed to have his drivers basically almost guaranteed to get in either career-ending or fatal incidents. It's very possible. It's very possible that's what happened there. Thoughts on Chase Elliott? I liked him in 2014, and I have not ever since. I didn't even know that he dumped Ty Dillon to win a Canadian Tire in the trucks either. If I knew that, I probably would have liked him a little longer. Yeah, and Kenny Irwin? Like, goodness gracious. Like, what in the world? Elliott didn't do anything in 2015. I just liked Busher more. Stomach's starting to growl. I'm gonna need to go get another gingerbread cookie. Oh god, oh, why does it feel like I'm gonna throw up? Stomach pains. What the hell is going on, digestive system? What are you doing down there? Boy, this is the most exciting truck race in Texas in the last 10 years. That's a lot of T's. Could you imagine this battle for the win at Texas and the leader just gives it up by driving to the top? Oh, maybe not! Oh, what a run! Oh, he baited me! Brett baited me to the bottom! And he drove off like nothing. Goodness gracious. Brett, I'm telling you, Brett Moffitt, the smartest driver in NASCAR. When Brett was on point back in 2018, 2019, he was unmatched when it came to, like, racing smarts. Like, the dude knew that Gregson was going to be a jackass at Iowa and backed out of the corner and did not get taken out. And then at Michigan, he timed the pass for the win perfectly. Brett was on another level back then. And he's doing the same thing to me now in this event. Oh, but I'm too fast. Too fast, too furious. Oh! Oh my god, what the fuck? Why am I dying for no reason on the backstretch? I don't know why this thing is just incapable of driving in a straight line. Like, that is a genuine question that I have. Truck's getting loose. Tires are getting old. Don't have as much downforce from the fuel because we're low on fuel. I might not win this race because the car tried to kill itself on the backstretch. Oh, now Brett's on the bottom. Oh, oh, he's slow. Oh, side by side at the line. Oh, I'm still loose. Please stop trying to kill yourself. I don't know who led that lap, but I've got the advantage right now, as long as Brett doesn't have an immaculate run off this turn. Go! Go! Why is this truck so stupid? I think we got it as long as I can hold the bottom in this corner. Oh, yeah. There we go. Alright. Out of the final corner. We're gonna do it. That'll do it from Texas. Winner! Oh, my stomach hurts. That's what I'm gonna blame this on. I was distracted by my painful stomach. Alright, well, that's the end of that race. So, Austin Terrio wins again. We've got Spencer Boyd 12th. And last place is Ankrum. Oh, why is the replay in slow motion? What's going on? Oh wait, that would have been a caution. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, that's the end of that race. So that is 4 wins in this season for Austin Terrio. 25 bonus points. There's Creed dying, and there's me running in Joe Nemechek. Great. Winner. So that's good. Alright, well that's not good. Who led the most laps? No. Typical. That is typical Brett Moffitt in 2020, by the way. Just eating ass for the entire race and then not winning. Basically, Brett Moffitt was just Justin Allgaier in 2020. That should not have been as close as it was. If the race went green, I would not have won, but hey. Gotta do what you gotta do, man. And that is gonna do it for this stream. Because I'm tired and stuff. Oh man, we gained more rivals. It appears that we have gained more rivals because I got the rival trophy. I wonder who's my rival now. Next race is at Iowa. That's going to be interesting because it's a short track and Richmond is hard. Next race after Iowa is Chicagoland, then Pocono, then Kentucky. A bunch of very boring races. Oh wait, never mind. That was the friendship trophy. I gained a friend. It's Jennifer Jo Cobb. Wow. So basically, a bunch of people hate me, but Jennifer Jo Cobb is like, you know what? That Austin Terrio guy, I like him. Where is Jennifer Jo Cobb from? Is Jennifer Jo Cobb from Maine? Hopefully she voted Austin Terrio, if so. The Allgaier car that I sent you has his best average finish of his Infinity career. Yeah, it does. But unfortunately, the final race was at Homestead that year, so he did not win the championship. Alright, Jennifer Jo Cobb is from Kansas. Sad. Anyway, I guess that's the end of this stream, so thank you all so much for watching. Super Chats, Howdy Rowdy Josh Racing sent $2. Being surprised that I have high blood pressure. I know, crazy. Chris T Game 5, no comment. Thank you for the 5. Tristan was a member. Thank you for being a member. Take Me Home is a great song. Indeed it is. Tails GTR gave me $1.99 for favorite death metal band. I started controversy in the comments from that. So that's good. Adam Peel was a member for 33 months. That is a long time. Tristan gave 5 for hoping that I have a great rest of the year. You know what? I doubt it, but I appreciate the sentiment. AMJD8 gave $19.99 Saudi Arabian money, which is cool. I think that's the first Saudi Arabian money that I've got, so that's fun. Thank you for the $19.99 in that currency. Racing Collie gave me 5, the first 5 of the stream, but it was not in time for the goal, which exists. Thank you for the 5. Braden Taylor was a member for 20 months. Thank you for being a member for 20 months. And Yoshi was a member for 24 months. 2 years! And now has the new badge. Which is, well, the new badge of the old logo. You know what I'm trying to say. At least Allgaier won. Yeah, I suppose. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in whatever we do next. We'll probably be back next week on Tuesday. I have no videos planned right now. But that could change. You never know. Thanks for watching. Bye!
Hello, YouTube. My name is Bernie Sanders, and I want to personally thank you for tuning into tonight's stream on the Kamikaze Games channel. But you all know why I'm here. Yes, that's right. I am once again asking for your financial support. As you are very well aware, there are no exterior sponsorships, including ones from the top 0.1%, on the Kamikaze Games channel. All profits are made entirely from viewers such as yourself. In the chat of every video, which would be on this side of the screen, you can send super chats to Kamikaze Games should you please. Also, in the description of every video, there is a link to Streamlabs, where you can send direct contributions to the Kamikaze Games channel without giving YouTube a cut. There's also other options, such as YouTube memberships, which give you many benefits, including, but not limited to, emojis that you can use, once again, in the chat on this side of the screen. But if that's not enough for you viewers, I understand in this growing and changing world, there may be other ways that you would like to contribute to the Kamikaze Games channel, and that is where I send you over to the Kamikaze Games Spring Store, which is also in the description of every video and has a page on the Kamikaze Games YouTube channel when you select the videos. So, at the Kamikaze Games Spring Store, you can find many amazing products, such as the normal stuff that you would find in a spring store, like the official Kamikaze Games t-shirt. Do you appreciate the graphic design of Kamikaze Games? Well, you can get yourself a shirt that shows your support for the channel. But I know that clothing is usually expensive, and there may be other ways that you would like to contribute to the channel. Well, on the Spring Store, there are many, many amazing products, such as this mug. Do you drink coffee? Do you drink anything? Do you drink water? You can drink water out of this Kamikaze Games mug. And if that's not enough, everyone has to go to sleep every night. You will spend 1/3 of your entire life in bed. Why don't you go to bed with Kamikaze Games? Do you want to sleep with Kamikaze Games? Well, now you can with the official Kamikaze Games pillow. Very good stuff. You can find all of these amazing products in the Kamikaze Games Spring Store in the description of every video. But if that's not enough, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, I have given you plenty of options to send your financial support to Kamikaze Games directly. But if none of this is something that you enjoy, if you don't wear clothing, if you don't drink coffee, if you don't sleep, I bet you listen to music. Did you know that Kamikaze Games is a recording artist with two albums for sale on his eBay store? On the left, you see his original Gas Station CD. Admittedly, by Kamikaze Games himself, it's not a very good album, so, maybe not pick that one. But the one to the right is his follow-up album, Take Me Home. This one is better. It's, half the album is really good. And Kamikaze promises that in the future, his music he will eventually release an album that is good from start to finish. But for the most part, Take Me Home is good at least 50% of the time. All of these options are available to you, the viewer. Once again, thank you for tuning into today's stream, and we will see you in the next one. I have been Bernie Sanders, and I hope you have a good night. Thank you.